Multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician, general, author, ruler, man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brantley's Virtual Tour live on a Thursday. Normally, I don't go live Thursdays, but I have never said I will not go live if it's not something important. And trust me, y'all, if you want the breakdown, you need to be here because what I'm going to tell y'all, I keep telling y'all this is what the I do. I keep telling y'all this is what the I do. I keep telling y'all this is what the I do. So with that being said, higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro. You see the virtual tour background, you hear the virtual tour music, and then there is me. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have all of you here, y'all. We got a lot to talk about. Okay, we do. So let me get it up for y'all with page 6 first. So allegedly, now I'm giving y'all this as much as I know. Now this comes to us from page 6. So Essence Magazine owner Richard Lou Dennis is mystery buyer of Diddy's TV network Revolt. Now this is all alleged information. Richard Lou Dennis will be the new owner of Diddy's TV venture Revolt. Page 6 is told Diddy found the network back in 2014 2013, but after his longtime girlfriend, Cassandra Ventura, the singer known as Cassie, sued him in November, claiming that the rap mogul had raped her and abused her, he sold off his shares in Revolt. Now, as the dust settles from the shocking Homeland Security raids at the mogul's home in Los Angeles and the Miami area, we're told Dennis is now the new owner of Diddy's portion of the company. So Dennis made his fortune in the skincare business. He co-founded Shea Moisture in Harlem in the 1990s and sold it to household goods giant Unilever. The deal is set to be in the coming days. In 2018, he made his bold foray into the media world by purchasing the Story Essence magazine from Time Incorporated. As Page 6 previously reported, his tenure got to a bumpy meeting. Dennis quickly resigned as interim CEO of the company after an anonymous letter called out management. He remained the chairman, and bosses insisted that the letter wasn't the cause of his exit. The deal is already done. They're getting ready to announce it in a couple of days. The insider told Page 6 of the Revolt sale. But of course, now with the raid and everything else going on, it will appear as though he is purchasing it after the fact. It was important to Sean to get a buyer that was African American because he wanted to keep the legacy of having a black-owned business. Said the insider. He started off that way. He wants to continue that on its path. The network airs news and entertainment, both related to mainstream and black culture with a hip-hop foundation. So that is that, okay? That is that. Now, I do want to show y'all this here, okay? I do want to show y'all this. Just to give y'all some context, okay? About Essence. Hang on, y'all. I'm just trying to make sure one little tiny thing because I don't know how this works. Okay. All right, so this is from Black Female Anonymous, The Truth About Essence. We are hashtag Black Female Anonymous. We present ourselves under the condition of anonymity for fear of retaliation, intimidation, and the maligning of our media careers. We demand the immediate resignation of Essence Ventures owner and executive chief officer Richard Lou Dennis, Essence Ventures board member, former Essence Communications CEO Michelle Ebanks, chief operating officer Joy Collins Porvet, and chief content officer Mona Liu. We are calling for AT&T, Coca-Cola, Chase Bank, Ford, McDonald's, Procter & Gamble, Walmart, and Warner Media to immediately eliminate all active or future sponsorships and media buys at Essence Ventures until the company is under new leadership. Oh, this deep dive, man. And trust me, there is a person named Roland Marr that has some things that he has to say. And we are going to get to Roland Marr, but I wanted to give you guys the context of who this brother is before we get into it. Because, hey, Shishala, welcome in. Because y'all, with what I found out, and Gigi knows already. I'll just say that. I keep telling y'all this is what the guy did. I keep telling y'all this is what the guy did. Let's keep going. The Essence brand promises broad movements. Once exalted media brand dedicated to Black women has been hijacked by cultural and corporate greed with an unhinged abuse of power. Essence celebrated its 50th anniversary last month with supermodel Naomi Campbell on its cover. In this very weekend, the company's massive Essence festival goes virtual in the age of COVID-19 with a performance by Bruno Mars and appearances by Queen Latifah, Don Lemon, and activist Tamika Mallory. Historically a haven for black female media professionals who could get roles at major publishers like Hearst and Condé Nast due to racial bias. The magazine's very first cover in May 1970 presented a black woman at a natural afro with a tantalizing cover line asking black men, "Do you love me?" Today, the company's predominantly black female workforce is asking Essence itself, "Do you love us like we love you?" For past and present black female talent once lucky enough to walk its prestigious halls, Essence is the most deceptive black media company in America. Why? Essence aggressively monetizes black girl magic, but the company does not internally practice black girl magic. The company's long-standing pattern of gross mistreatment and abuse of its black female employees is the biggest open secret in the media business. New owner and CEO Richard Lou Dennis, who is allegedly the new owner of Revolt. Michelle E. Banks, Joy Collins-Parth, and Mona Liu collectively immobilized an extremely unhealthy work culture. Scores of talented Black women have either been wrongfully laid off or forced to resign from the company in the past 2 years. Edson's C-suite or corporate suite leadership team strategically tells the market that it serves Black women deeply under the safe and seal of 100% Black ownership. But for the Black women who make up over 80% of the company's workforce, they are systematically suppressed by pay inequity, sexual harassment, corporate bullying, intimidation, colorism, and classism. Truth about Richard Lou Dennis, Essence Venture owner and CEO of Essence Communications. Richard Lou Dennis acquired Essence in 2018 from Time Magazine to advance his personal power and influence despite his carefully crafted public messaging. His surface level commitment to Black women is driven by greed and debaucherous sexual appetite. This is all alleged, okay? This is all alleged. He has a history with sleeping with women on the Sundial staff, the parent company of Shea Moisture he sold to Unilever in 2017. And for the women who don't seemingly consent, he has openly sexually harassed them at private company events. In the latter half of 2019, Richard Lou tried to force Essence employees and contractors to sign non-disclosure agreements that exclusively protects his family from liability or disparagement after a string of wrongful layoffs and other potential libelous business activity. When staff raised questions about the NDA, the executive leadership team launched a series of intimidation tactics on staff. Richard Lou's wife, Maritha Dennis, is the company's head of human resources, a blatant conflict of interest. Martha is complicit in her husband's abuse of power for Essence employees. Under Dennis family leadership, there is no possible way to share your grievances or frustrations when the family's matriarch is the head of HR. Although Richard Lou and the Dennis family directly and indirectly buy the silence of current and former Essence Black female employees who fear the backlash of Richard Lou's massive financial and social capital, the poisonous culture at the company, however, began with the one and only Michelle E. Banks. So that is that. Now this came out June 28th, 2020, and this comes to us from medium.com. Now, I'm going to play some clips from Roland Martin. Okay. And after I play these clips, I'm going to tell y'all how closely connected me and Roland got or are. Okay. And I keep telling y'all, this is what the I do. I keep telling y'all that. Right now, he's live. Right now, he is live right now. Here we go. All right, y'all. Here we go.
Attorney is speaking out after yesterday's raid took place at his homes in Los Angeles as well as Miami. One home in LA, two homes in Miami were raided yesterday. And it was the Homeland Security out of New York that actually executed the warrant with assistance from Homeland Security in Los Angeles and Miami. Well, today, one of Sean Diddy Combs' attorneys, Aaron Dyer, released a statement. This is what he said. It said, "There's no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated. Mr. Combs was never detained, but spoke to and cooperated with authorities. Despite media speculation, neither Mr. Combs nor any of his family members have been arrested, nor has their ability to travel been restricted in any way." Video surfaced yesterday of Diddy at a Miami airport, and I was told that he was traveling actually out of the country for spring break with his children. You look at a lot of different reports. People were saying, "Oh my God, Diddy is fleeing the country." That's what initially was reported, but that actually wasn't the case. In another aside, TMZ reported today that Diddy had sold his network, Revolt, to an unnamed bidder. Let me see if I can pull this story up. Give me 1 second here. So they pushed that story out, but that actually is not true. My sources tell me, and I've known about this discussion, this sale for the last month. So this is the TMZ story. Diddy lets go of Revolt TV, still black-owned mystery buyer. Well, it says Diddy's no longer associated with Revolt TV in any form or fashion. The company he started in 2013 because it's now completely under new ownership. TMZ, y'all, is wrong. Let me be clear. TMZ is wrong. Okay. There has been no negotiation. There is a deal in place, but multiple sources tell me that the deal has not been finalized. There is more work to be done on this particular deal. And again, I've known about these negotiations for more than a month. So the TMZ report is flat out wrong. Revolt has not been sold. It is still under the ownership of Sean Diddy Combs.
Fanbase is pioneering a new era of social media.
Oh, did hear that, right?
This next generation social app has already raised $10 million and has just opened a new round to invest. For details on how to invest, visit startengine.com/fanbase or scan the QR code. Another way we're giving you the freedom to be you without limits.
So y'all did see that, right?
Let a TurboTax full service expert do your taxes as soon as today.
Hang on, y'all. I'm trying to get back to y'all. Okay, so y'all did see that, right? Y'all did hear that, right? Okay. Now let's look at Revolt TV for a minute, okay? Let's look at, this is the media kit. Every media company has a media kit, okay? So this is the CEO, Devontae Samuels, right? Now the audience for Revolt TV is 50% male, 50% female, 50% black, 18% Hispanic, and 32% other. Their core demographic is 25 to 34 at 48%. Their second biggest audience is 35 to 44. Their third biggest audience is 18 to 24. That 18 to 24 age group and that 13 to 17 demographic is on their phones, their own tablets, right? And then 45 to 54, 55 to 64, 64, this group right here, they're mostly to TV. But some of them are on here as well. So that's a very mingled and mixed audience, okay? So here are all the platforms. You got Revolt TV, 55 million homes throughout the U.S. You got the Revolt Podcast Network. You have the Fast Channel Home and Revolt Mixtape. This is the premier destination for hip-hop content, celebrating Black excellence with a curated lineup of fan shows from the Revolt Vault. You have the Revolt app. You have the digital platform. You have social. You have Revolt World, which is basically like their, Coachella or their TED Talk Festival. You have the HBCU Short and Fresh Film Fest. And then you have experimental activations. Okay, so that's Revolt TV. Right there, 1.7 million TikTok subscribers, 2 million Instagram followers, 2.4 million YouTube subscribers. Okay, so I want y'all to see some of the comments because I just thought it would be interesting to hear the culture. Okay. So here's Black Culture News. Y'all got to remember Diddy just sued the owners of Ciroc and got a huge paycheck. Now they're gunning for him. This is how it all starts off. Who gave him the money? They're using more black people to take from us. Glad another black man got it. Not sure if this is a good thing. He had an amazing business, Shea Moisture, and then sold it. So if he turns it around, it'll be to sell it. Roland Martin shared on his network that this is incorrect information. I believe Roland Martin. The story gets interesting more by the hour. Yes, it does. Right here. Now we got to look into you, sir. At the end of the day got to end that part. Got me looking at Essence sideways now. Now, Essence, it could be Essence TV. It absolutely could. It absolutely could. The only problem with that, guys, is this next clip of Roland Martin, because he talked about this a little bit deeper.
Yesterday, I told y'all how I'm sick and tired of these black-owned media outlets that don't even do basic journalism. All folk doing is just rewriting whatever the hell they see in white media. So, yeah, TMZ reported yesterday that Diddy had sold Revolt to an undisclosed buyer. Now, I talked to 4 sources. The deal has not been closed. It has not been sold yet, okay? I've known this for a month. But all these folks, all these blogs, Essence wrote a story about the whole Diddy investigation, didn't call nobody, just pulled from Fox 11, called from CNBC. And I'm like, what are we doing? Why are we putting a stamp of approval on this nonsense? So go to my iPad. And I got to call out Black Enterprise today. So Black Enterprise dropped this story yesterday, y'all. And I'm sorry. This is bullshit. This is the tweet. Diddy may be down bad, but he did secure his bag. That's the tweet. Now check this out.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
You click the story, y'all. You go to the story, and it goes to when you go to the story here. This is what the story says. Sean Diddy Combs is no longer an owner at Revolt TV after selling off his shares to an anonymous buyer for an undisclosed amount. Now, you read the story, and they got all this sort of stuff in here. Sources say Combs sold his Revolt TV shares to an interested buyer, but made sure that the company remains black-owned, TMZ reports. You read this story, it ain't nothing but a whole rewrite of the TMZ story.
Pretty much.
Yeah, this is Black Enterprise. This is supposed to be the Black Business Bible. Amid news of the Revolt sale, it's being speculated if Combs knew a federal raid was on the way. Look, how you report? Who is the reporter on here? Somebody named Jerusalem Jovan. Okay. So we got speculation in a story. When I read this story, y'all, and I read it last night, there literally was nothing that was fact-checked. Nowhere in this article, not one, like, y'all, look at nowhere in this article did it say Black Enterprise reach out to Revolt.
Now, he is absolutely correct. He is absolutely correct. When you are doing reporting, okay, when you hear sources said, you usually have to go off of at least 2 sources. So I saw that was Richard Lou Dennis, and I'm like, no, because I haven't seen a press release from Revolt. I haven't seen anything on Revolt social media at all. Haven't seen nothing. Remember how we talked about press releases and how big they are and all that stuff? Let's keep rolling. I think he sold it because it was everywhere. Here's the thing. Just because it's everywhere doesn't mean that it's official. Until there is a press release saying Revolt TV, under the tagline, Revolt TV's new CEO is so-and-so, da-da-da-da. I'm very happy to be here at Revolt TV. I'm about revolting from what is black according to social media, and I'm about giving a reflection of what it is to be black. Until you see that, it is not official. It's just like with Tyler Perry, how everybody ran off and said Tyler Perry bought BET, and it was a ucking lie. It was a ucking lie. It was some blogger that nobody ever heard of, and it deflated the whole momentous occasion that could have been. And that's okay, Lady. That's absolutely okay. And this is why I'm doing the breakdown just like this. This is why I'm doing the breakdown just like this. Now, I told y'all that there were many people I thought. It could be Snoop Dogg, it could be Dr. Dre, it could be Queen Latifah. It could be a collective of women. I mean, Usher, you know what I mean? Usher's been in the game a long time. President Obama probably could have bought it. There's so many people that could have bought it, right? Megan probably could have teamed up with some people. Megan Thee Stallion. Vivica A. Fox could have done something. Kendra G could have done something. There's many people that could have bought it. But as I was racking my brain around it, they said it was an anonymous buyer. So if it's an anonymous buyer, then why, right here, isn't it supposed to be a mystery? Why is this our business? Let that man collect his assets in peace. Well, here's the thing, Dr. Bobby, which you may not realize is that if there is a merger or acquisition, you do have to announce who it is. You do have to announce who it is. Okay? You do have to announce who that is, because that when you go to the Better Business Bureau, when you go to the Chamber of Commerce, when you are applying for your business license or whatever, they want to know who is in charge from the head to the tail and all through the body. You understand? So even though it's supposed to be an anonymous buyer, it's not going to stay anonymous. Now, if you invest into something, that's what we call a silent partner. But this is the owner, so it has to be public. Now, I said to y'all, BET could have bought it because they got the BET Hip Hop Awards. They do have BET Hip Hop, the music video channel. But then I'm like, you know what? And I said this to the Ox Collab. The company that really should have bought Revolt is Stars right here. 28 million subscribers, 14 million streaming subs, 13.4 million linear subs, right? So let's do a little bit of mathing, okay? Let's do a little bit of mathing. And you see right here, we saw a lot of increased engagement with Stars during the pandemic, adding the platform targets women, people of color. People want to be a part of that. Follow me now. So we got 28 million people plus 55 million from Revolt. Ladies and gentlemen, that would be 83 million people. That would be 83 million people if Stars were to buy Revolt TV. Wait, about the press release thing? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let me show y'all. So when you look at a press release, usually it will say for public relations inquiries, please contact so-and-so. Sometimes they will have the phone number. And when you see Senior Vice President of Product and Innovation, Senior People and Cultural Director, those are the people in charge, okay? I'm giving y'all game for free on how to actually do this ish. Because not everybody's got like that to have somebody to call on, hey, how do you read this press release? How do you know what moves are being made? How do you know what needs to matter, what doesn't need to matter? Okay? I'm giving y'all the game because guess what? At the beginning, middle, and end of the day, without y'all understanding the game, how can I put this? Without y'all understanding the game, you're not going to want to participate in the game. As a consumer, as a creator, as a viewer, as a fan, as an investor, whatever the hell position you want to be in, if you don't understand how the game is played, you're not going to understand how you participate in the game, okay? I'm just giving it to you real. Let's go back to rolling.
To confirm or deny the story. Nowhere in the article. Nowhere in the article did it say Black Enterprise reached out to Sean Diddy Combs. Nowhere. We just slap our name on a story and rewrite what TMZ said. You put in a story speculation. No. Y'all, I was the managing editor of the Dallas Weekly, the Houston Defender, the Chicago Defender.
Hey, Tyler T.
The
Mongeau.
news editor at Savoy
Hey, Tyler
Magazine.
T. Mongeau, man, welcome in.
Was the top editor at BlackAmericanWeb.com. And let me be real clear. If any reporter or intern sent this story to me, my response would be, your ass got one shot to fix it or you're fired.
Yep.
You're gone. See, the reason this bothers me is because what we now have in Black-owned media is a focus on aggregation. So what we do is we see what somebody else report, then we rewrite it, put our name on it, and then when Black folks sit around, they say, did you read Black Enterprise? Did you read Essence? Did you read this? Did you read Hollywood Unlocked? Did you read The Shade Room? Did you read Ball Alert? Did you read this here? And so we just spin it and repeat what somebody else wrote. It ain't true. The Breakfast Club this morning, they read the story and they said it had been sold. Factually, it hasn't. How do you not check? And I get it if you're on radio and you're reading the story, but how are you this is the Black Business Bible. How do you rewrite a TMZ story? Let me tell you what happens at ESPN. When somebody else breaks a story, they'll have their reporters call, write the story, and then they'll put in the article at the bottom, which is also BS. This story, this was originally reported by The Athletic, or this was originally reported by so-and-so. The reason this is a problem for me, I am a journalist. I'm not a media personality. And when Black people see stories like this, what happens is Black people then go, oh, that must be the case. I told y'all what happened when the same thing happened on the Newsweek story about Biden cutting up. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you how this whole thing works. Go to my iPad. Newsweek and Biden and HBCUs. What's the first story that comes up? Boom. HBCU funding falls from $45 billion to $2 billion under latest Biden spending plan. Y'all, the story was a lie. The story was an absolute lie. HBCUs were looking forward to $45 billion in funding. They may be faced with just under $2 billion. The Associated Press reported. So Newsweek rewrote the Associated Press story. The $3.5 trillion bill was set to include $45 billion for HBCUs. Operative word here, y'all. And other minority serving institutions. Y'all see that? HBCUs were never going to get $45 billion. When he ran, he announced $45 billion HBCUs and Hispanic serving institutions. Those are the facts. The initial $45 billion was when the Build Back Better plan was $10 billion, not $3.5 trillion. See, here's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. When we read stories and don't fact check, and then when we Black-owned media come right behind them and then rewrite what they wrote, we're feeding a lie to Black people, and Black people then go, oh, I saw it in Blavity, I saw it in Essence, I saw it in The Root, I saw it in Black Enterprise, I saw it on The Source. Well, they had to check, so it must be right. We got to do better. And stop putting your bylines on stories you didn't even report. Do y'all know what used to happen in media? I'm going to go to my panel next. You know what used to happen in media? When they would rewrite a story, this is what they would do. They would go, we would go Defender news staff.
Yep.
Because when you put your byline on a story, that means you actually reported the story.
Correct.
You don't put your byline on some shit you rewrote.
Yep.
You don't slap your byline. I criticized the Essence person yesterday. I'm criticizing the person with Black Enterprise today. I saw the same thing by The Source put out a story. Same thing on the whole Diddy deal. You know, I'm gonna pull up right now. Did they do the same thing? Oh, well, at least The Source got it right. At least The Source rewrote the TMZ story. Go to my iPad and put Source staff.
Yep.
But you don't put your name on nothing that you didn't report on.
Correct.
This is a problem. And I told y'all one of the problems that we do not have, because we're not getting the advertising money, we don't have the resources to have top-notch reporters or enough editors or whatever. But I need Black-owned media to do better. And I need Black-owned media to at least pick the damn phone up and at least attempt to fact-check something before just running with it. Rebecca.
You know, Roland, all of our institutions are under attack right now. And so when we look at misinformation is when information is misleading or inaccurate. So oftentimes in social media, we'll see, oh, this famous celebrity passed away. And it turns out they didn't do that. But that's an example of misinformation. But then we get into something that's a little bit more malicious, and that's disinformation. Disinformation occurs when there is an intentionally falsehoods that are planted out there, sometimes covertly, so that the audience that's intended to go run with that rumor, they are not even aware that they're being specifically targeted. And so what we're seeing right now with certain Black media, just rubber stamping information that they're getting off the wire or that they're reading from elsewhere, if you don't verify it, it's misinformation. But what's going to happen as we go into the fall elections, this is just a test case for then what disinformation is going to look like when people are just pulling down unsubstantiated reports that they also don't have the budget to actually substantiate, and they're rubber stamping it out. And now Black voters going into the fall election is going to assume, because Black enterprise, because of Blavity, because of the Griot, because of the Breakfast Club is putting out information, therefore it must be accurate. But guess what? Going into this fall, a lot of information that you're going to see from a variety of sources that you normally would just assume has accurate reporting, it's not going to be true. And that's the thing that I'm fearful about.
Listen, Robert, this real basic. Go back to my iPad. I want y'all to read what The Source wrote. I ain't letting them off the hook. They wrote, now get this, sources in the know about the purported deal say the embattled mogul sold off all his shares to a mystery buyer for a sum that has not been disclosed. Now the word is the company in itself, quote, remains Black owned, which is supposed to be aligned with, as TMZ puts it, upholding, quote, its original connection and dedication to furthering the culture. It's still hazy as to what Revolt was let go for regarding the sale, but one thing is clear, the new owner is keeping a low profile for now, and for good reason. There's a lot of heat around the Sean Combs with Monday's raid by the feds, so now may not be the best time to announce a business deal of that magnitude for one of Diddy's brands. Now, sources say that the owners share a passion for Black culture, which is a broad statement, but they intend to introduce themselves formally in the coming weeks. Everything that you just read right there is complete, utter bullshit. And you know what they're doing? Now go back to it. They are simply repeating what they saw in TMZ. But they trying to make it sound like they have the sources. Let me be clear with all y'all who watching. I talk to 4 people who are actually in the know. The sale has not been completed. I've known about the sale for more than a month, and there is a real deal. The source goes the owner or the owners. It's not owners. I know who the person is. But when you write this, oh, they maybe want to keep a low profile. Bullshit. Then it's one clear. Oh, you know, it's all, you know, the whole
tell y'all why
which is a broad state. You're feeding
one person
bullshit to Black people, and then they go, well, I read the source and they said this. It's a lie. I read Black Enterprise and all they did was rewrite what TMZ said, which ain't true. This is dangerous. When Rebecca said, you now do this and you apply it to other areas, and we've seen it. And this ain't about trying to take somebody down, but Black Enterprise rewrote a Washington Free Beacon story about the Biden administration handing out crack pipes. And I sent them an email and said,
now I'm gonna pause this for just a minute, okay? Just to give y'all context on Essence, okay? So remember Richard Ludens, he is no longer there, okay? He's no longer there. So the CEO now is Carolyn Wanga, who is the CEO. Latrit D. Smith Wilson is the Chief Strategy Engagement Officer. Avad Patel is the Chief Operating Officer. Corey Murray, Deputy Officer. And Stephanie Hodges Duvon, Vice President of Experimental Branded Content and Video, will lead the rebranding efforts. Now, if Essence did buy it, right? The audience has a global, this company has a global audience of more than 16 million across various platforms, including its print magazine, digital, video, and social platforms, television specials, books, and live events, including the street style block party during New York Fashion Week and the annual Essence Festival, a cultural celebration attracted more than 450,000 attendees. Whoever the actual owner is going to have to figure out how to take an inch of what Revolt is with these numbers here. 55 million U.S. household, 55 million homes throughout the U.S., 2.4 million YouTube subscribers, 2 million Instagram followers, and 1.7 TikTok subscribers, in addition to all of these platforms right here. Now, the reason why I am breaking this down for y'all, because I want y'all to understand that in a merger and acquisition, there are, hey, Lynette, still a welcome in. There are some mergers and acquisitions where the company will stay the same for the fact that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And there are some companies like Revolt that, because it's so interconnected with Diddy, that they're going to have to change it. So let's just say, for example, right? Let's just say, for example, that Ebony, Jet, Essence, let's just say that Black Media teamed up and they want to do Black Media TV, Black Media TV Network. Do you know how much rebranding they're going to have to do? They're going to have to rebrand the Revolt Podcast Network as Black Media TV. They're going to have to revise it as Black Media TV Podcast Network. They're going to have to rebrand the app, the digital, the social, the Revolt World, the Short and Fresh HBCU Film Festival, the experimental activations, the Fast Channel, and they're going to have to rebrand the network. All that stuff is going to take time, because you're going to have to find the right graphic designers. You're going to have to find the right videographers. You're going to have to find the right photographers. You're going to have to find the right sound engineers to create the sound, to create the voice, to create the branding of this network. So when I saw this, I'm like, wait a minute. There's no press release from Revolt TV, no announcement on social media, just secondhand information. Something in the Kool-Aid ain't sweet here. Let's keep going. And trust me, there's a reason why I'm playing all these videos, okay? Let's keep rolling.
Do y'all know y'all were rewriting a story from a conservative newspaper that was a lie? They never responded, but it was the same bullshit, Robert.
Look, Roland, 2 points. The first is just an editorial point. Why is it when they were trying to appeal to Black audiences, they just take what white people wrote and then rewrite it in slave dialect? But why do they think that is something that appeals to Black audiences? Why do you have to write these things? Like they're straight off the Step and Fetch It comedy tour. Well, I had heard that they be about to tell some people that we gonna go down here, we gonna get this bag. You don't have to write like that. for Black people to understand you.
Lord hell.
And I think that that's the part of the place where we get to this disservice of Black media, because if you think that you have to dumb yourself down to the point that we can't understand, complex words and prepositions and grammar and commas and stuff, well, you're already starting from a point of disrespecting your audience when you think that's how you have to write. And look, to Rebecca's point, this isn't going to start. This has started. Look, Roland, when we first found out about me running for judge, me and you found out at the same time, because there was a article on the front page of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution saying that I was running before I had even announced that I was running, before I had even decided I was running. And that from there, we saw other outlets secondhand pick up that article and pick up that information, and they started casting me in all sorts of aspersions, to the point Megyn Kelly is sending out tweets.
Oh yeah, Sheila. This liberal who worked with Reverend Jackson and Robert. When I saw it, what did I do?
You tweeted about it. You called him out.
No. Before I called him out,
you reached out to me.
I called you.
Yes.
The first thing I did, and here's the deal: if I did not know you personally, I would have went, okay, who is this Robert dude? Let me see if he has a website. He follows me on Twitter. Send him a DM. I'm gonna send him a DM on Instagram. Let me see if he has a LinkedIn profile.
I wonder who is giving media game like that. When I tell y'all about LinkedIn and Lucia, when I tell y'all how to read a press release like this one, where you can go down to the bottom and there are phone numbers and emails. I wonder who is giving me a game like that. How you go and you tag yourself like so. Give me a moment, please, and thank you. Because I really want y'all to get this. I really want y'all to get this. Right here. I tagged Lily because I said, hey, listen, I did a story. I thought it was the truth, but turns out it was not the truth. And I thought that, it was only the right thing to do. My brand is my life. Understand? And not to mention, too, when I tagged everybody in this post here, even though Own Keep It Real didn't see it, let me show y'all something. Because Roland is right. And I keep telling y'all the game for free. Let me show you what happened when I did that. Okay? Let me show y'all what happened when I did that. So, with Will Packer right here. What ends up happening, you see Will Packer right there. When you tag somebody, it goes to their DM directly. Okay. Let's keep rolling.
There's a website. Hold up. He's a lawyer in Atlanta? Hold up. The story says that he used to work with Rainbow Push. Boom. Let me call Reverend Jackson. Let me call John Mitchell. Let me call Shelley Davis. That's what fucking reporters do. They make calls before they report stuff and before they tweet it.
And before any of that happened, before my phone rang, even one time of any reporter except for you, I had outlets reporting on it in the United Kingdom, New Zealand, Central America, all across the globe, because as Mark Twain said, a lie goes around the world before the truth puts on his pants. We know that because Mark Twain never actually said that. That's just something that was attributed to him. So when we talk about this level of lazy journalism that we have now, we have journalists that just assume people are only going to read the headline. No one's going to look into it any deeper. And that their words will just be part of a 12-hour, not even a 24-hour news cycle. And that's why they put absolutely no effort into reporting actual media, reporting actual journalism, and actually reporting the story. They pick what the narrative is first, and then they find a story to fit it, as opposed to taking the facts as they are and just reporting to the public.
And Scott, here's the deal. And again, I need everybody watching to understand that y'all watch this show. I called out NBC News when they did it. I remember when Root did it. So this ain't, you picking on Black Enterprise. But I'm going to tell you, when they ran that crack pipe story, and I just checked, now mind you, nobody responded. I ain't even going to name who I emailed, but I emailed the top people. But this was literally the email that I sent. Gents, y'all really should take this story down. It's awful because it was rewritten from the right-wing website, the Free Beacon. The GOP, come on, y'all, go to my iPad. Thank you. The GOP has spread this nonsense all day. Me personally, I would never write anything based on the, quote, reporting from that right-wing rag. The headline was called Biden administration to fund the distribution of crack pipes and syringes to promote racial equity. By rewriting it under the BE, you're essentially spreading the right-wing misinformation.
Correct.
Here is Reese Colbert breaking down the program. Look at hashtag crack pipes on Twitter to see how it is being spread by the right wing. Just letting y'all know. Now, here's the whole deal. I sent that because my whole deal was like, y'all, what we doing? Like, and y'all had somebody, which means some little person who did no research, didn't check the source, Scott, just rewrote it. You put it up on blackenterprise.com, which means, did it go through an editor? Did it go through any fact-checking procedure? And now somebody sees it and goes, well, Black Enterprise wrote it, so they must have fact-checked it. It shouldn't take me to call them out. The same story got spread by some other people. And I remember.
Now, he is absolutely right. Now, when you are a news reporter, right? Let's just say you found a story, right? First of all, you do your research, right? Well, actually, you found the story. And in the morning, now, some of y'all think that, the news is 5, 6, and 10, or 5, 6, and 11. Hey, Teresa Wright, good to see you. Glad to have you here. You guys think the news is 5, 6, and 10, or 5, 6, and 11. And also midday news at noon and from 4:30 to 7 p.m., 4 to 7. Or if you're on Fox station, you can go live from 4 to 10 or 4 to 11, right? There's a thing called the morning meeting where all the reporters are giving their stories. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. If you get the yes, then you have permission. Now, that story gets filtered many, many times by many people. There is the associate editor. There is the executive editor. Then there is the main boss. So it goes through many tiers, okay? It goes through many tiers of approval before you can actually write it out. That's what journalism is. Now, at the core of me, I'm a radio personality. But also, too, in terms of what I do, being a radio personality, to be on the air for 4 to 5 hours a day, I do my research on stories before I do what I need to do. And before I did really put the link in the description box, because for one, I'm not a toss away K. I know where sources are. Why do y'all think I always show y'all Variety, The Wrap, Deadline, The Hollywood Reporter? Because those are Hollywood publications. If you want to know any industry news at all, they're going to talk to them first before the Jasmine brand, before it's on site, before the Neighborhood Talk, before any of those people. And no disrespect to any of the black media, especially on social media, because let me tell you something, we had to create our own media because we're not in all the other spaces. But if you want the official stuff, you go to the official stuff. That's why, like, most of the black media, most of the black social media news organizations is usually secondhand information, usually, right? From that source, right? So first-hand information is a person who's right in it. Second-hand information is somebody who is around it. Third-hand information is usually, okay, I saw it from Variety. That's my third-handed source. Once again, I keep telling y'all this is what the fuck I do. I keep telling y'all this. And the reason why I'm getting so heated is because this is the type of journalism we need on TV. But yet now Lee Nunn can say, everybody bow your heads to the baddie gods and slap that bitch. And she gets a show that is worldwide. Do y'all understand why I'm pissed? Do you understand why I'm pissed? Because I'm taking the slow route to get to where I'm going. No, I'm not no Roland Martin, but I bet you this. Y'all have found out some ish from me that you haven't found anywhere else on YouTube. And the reason why is because I not only do my research, but I also do my soul searching. They probably would be thinking, Brandon, what do you mean by soul searching? I search my soul to see if I give a damn about it. Because if I don't give a damn about it, and I don't see anything that y'all could give a damn about out of the story, then why tell y'all about it? The reason why news is not just because of the power of the information, but the relevancy of the information that is given to you. I'm giving y'all game 101 right now. Let's keep rolling.
I called News One before. After I left TV One, I called Blavity. I was like, yo, that story y'all got up, that story wrong. Take that shit down. And so, again, for me, the Jasmine brand, and this is just innocent. I was reading a post on the Jasmine brand once, and I saw it, and that was like 1 or 2 words that actually threw the story off and it was wrong. And I was like, hey, we'll let y'all know that's not correct. Y'all might want to fix that. I respect news, and I need Black-owned media to give a damn and not fall for the okie doke. Scott, go ahead.
Yeah, lazy lawyering, lazy doctoring, and lazy writers in the media, all very dangerous. The problem with lazy writers in the media is that it goes worldwide. And it makes it even more dangerous. So I agree with you, but here's a question, Roland. So I get the lazy part, right? Nobody's going to argue with you about that. I guess for me, and I don't know, in journalistic standards of excellence, or just basic journalistic standards, if I cite a source for my article and I'm repeating what TMZ or the Washington Post said, and I'm rewriting it and giving them credit, aren't I minimally okay with that? Haven't I met the minimum standard or not?
Right. That's what happens is that happens. You credit the source. The Atlanta Journal
happens all the time.
Right. You credit the source. Right. But here's how I operate. If you Black and it's a Black story, so when I criticized Essence yesterday, they quoted Fox 11 LA, and then they said a source told CNBC that the raid was tied to a sex trafficking deal. Now, as an editor, the moment I see that story, I go, I'm sorry. One, we as an organization, media organization, we don't run any story without 2 sources. That's first.
Yep.
2, you have in your story a source from CNBC. You don't know nobody at CNBC. You don't know who that source is. So when I'm sitting there telling y'all, I talked to 4 sources. I know their involvement in the sale of Revolt. So when I come on and say, I got 4 sources, your ass can damn well take to the bank that my folk are real, are significant. Now, a lot of times a source, let me explain the journalism lingo, someone familiar with the thinking of. Mm-hmm. That means they ain't close to the source. Yep. A family member of. See, there's all kinds of different phrases that we use that sort of give you a sense of how close they are to the source. Correct. So when you're writing a story, you can say, this is how you do it. TMZ is reporting that Revolt has been sold, blah, 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 blah. Black Enterprise reached out to Revolt, called and emailed, and by press time, we did not get a call back.
Correct. Absolutely correct. When you watch Good Morning America, when you watch State, when you watch CBS Mornings, when you watch CBS Evening News with Lauren O'Donnell, when you watch NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt, when you watch ABC World News with David Muir, when they say we reached out and we could not, and we did not receive a comment back, that is because all throughout the morning, from 9 a.m., sometimes right down to 6:29, and sometimes it is that fucking close in news to 6:29, we could not receive a word back. So when you watch today and you're like, well, wait a minute, that's all they could do? Yeah, that's all they could get because they reached out to everybody and nobody could give a response back. That's why you see so many statements from a Nickelodeon spokesperson, from a Fremantle person, from a Chick-fil-A spokesperson. They don't tell you who it is. Let me show y'all something. Because I really am doing this for many, many reasons. So we're going to go IHOP right now, okay? We'll go IHOP. Here is media request, okay? Click media request. Just to give y'all some game. Getting members of the media the IHOP information you need. The IHOP Communications Department provides journalists and editors with assistance in referencing background information, setting up interviews with IHOP executives or franchisees, securing press materials, checking facts. Photo images, logos, and additional information can be provided in the media only section of this website or provide for the use of working journalists only. Please read below usage policy carefully before proceeding. If you require additional assistance, please email media@ihop.com. Most organizations will have an address like that. And then what you will get is an automatic reply of, thank you so much for your response. You will get a response back within 24 hours to 48 hours. Okay? All right, let's go back.
What that says is we made an effort to try to confirm TMZ's reporting. Black Enterprise, that Essence, and everything, they ain't tried none of that. In the Essence story, where they talked about quoted CNBC and Fox 11, they never said Essence.com reached out to Diddy, his lawyers, and his press person to get a comment. So in their article, they quoted CNBC quoting Cassie's lawyer, but not quoting anybody on Diddy's side. That's a failure of journalism. All I'm saying is pick up the phone, call somebody, email somebody, DM somebody, make an attempt. But when you make no attempt, then you just rewriting somebody's stuff and slapping your name on it. And I'm sorry, that don't pass muster. And I'm telling you, in newsrooms that I run, you will get fired.
No, I got you. The other thing that they do is they will say, mainstream media will say, TMZ is reporting X, Y, and Z. NBC has not been able to independently confirm this.
Correct.
Right?
Michael Jackson dies. I'm in Jamaica.
Right.
I'm the resort I'm at as a sports complex. I'm walking across the street. Roland, it's so sad about Michael. Say what? Dude is in the car. Say what? Michael Jackson's dead. We used to them killing some celebrity. I was like, man, Michael Jackson ain't dead. No, Michael's dead. Now I'm on the resort. I'm hearing Michael Jackson music. Rolling, then the journalists go. I go back to my villa. Marlon, how you doing? I say, man, I'm in Jamaica. Roland, hold on. Say something to his daughter. My brother's gone.
Oh, shit, yeah.
I go, Marlon, when you say your brother's gone, my mom called me, my brother's dead. With my other phone, this is my personal phone, pick it up, I'm emailing CNN.
Sure.
I have confirmed from Marlon Jackson. Now, mind you, CNN is on air. Wolf Blitzer is giving TMZ credit. CNN has not independently confirmed from anybody that Michael Jackson is dead. My email to CNN was the first confirmation by anybody at CNN outside of TMZ. That's called reporting. And that's the problem. I'm simply saying to Black-owned media, make an attempt to call. Respect the Black audience enough that you don't just repeat what you hear. And I don't give a damn if it's the New York Times. If it's a story involving Black people and I see that story and it's the Times, boom. Say, bro, I'm seeing this. And that's what I'm saying. So what ends up happening, Scott, we then are spreading what they report and didn't even attempt. And I'm telling you, I know for a fact, the sale of Revolt is not final. So all these people are reporting everywhere. Revolt sold. Diddy got a bag, sold. It's not true. The sale could actually fall through between now, and I've already been told when it's going to get announced. It could actually fall through. So what then happens if it does fall through?
Yep.
Everybody said the deal was done.
Just like when Tyler Perry, y'all remember when everybody was saying, "Oh, Tyler Perry got congratulations," da 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 da. And then guess what ended up happening? Tyler Perry didn't get it. Because then guess what? It was 50 Cent that tried to buy BET. It was Byron Allen that tried to buy BET. It was Kenya Barris, Shaquille O'Neal that tried to buy BET. It was a group called Group Black that is a black advertising agency that tried to get BET. And now apparently BET may be sold to a venture capitalist group. When I covered BET, you know what? Let me just give y'all some more game. Hashtag the future, FUTURE, of BET. Right here. I keep telling y'all this is what I do. The future of BET. I was the only person on all of Instagram to cover the deal for BET. You see? Yeah. So when that happened, I went on LinkedIn with my tool Lucia, and I called anyone and everyone. Hey, listen, I know you guys are having a sale of BET potentially. Would you like to come to the Onyx collab and come in on the conversation? I got to talk to Connie Orlando. You know who Connie Orlando is? Let me show you who Connie Orlando is. Let me show you who Constance Orlando is. Because I need y'all to get how big this is. This is Connie Orlando right here. She is in charge of all the award shows on BET. When I called her, it was for something going on. She put me on hold. She said, I cannot come to the room. Most of the people that I called said, listen, love the fact that you're asking us to come, but we can't come. Do you know why? Because it's a conflict of interest. Because even though they would be there to validate the conversation that it's real, and I even gave them the tea of what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the cultural impact. Y'all, one of the rooms, I still have it on Clubhouse. We went from 10 p.m. that night all the way until 9:30 a.m. the next damn day. Producers from Video Soul, we even had somebody from Revolt in the room. I got to hang out with Rodney Perry and a bunch of comedians when the Tiffany Haddish thing happened. And Ari Spears. I got to talk to Benzino. There was a whole thing called false advertisement where there was a story about that Benzino was dating somebody trans. I called up Director Cricket, told Director Cricket what was going on. I got to talk to Benzino on the phone. And guess what? In the Onyx collab, I got to talk to Black Duchess from Black Ink Crew, Ambitious Daydreams, Director Cricket, and Benzino. Because somebody on Clubhouse, I'm not going to say the name, but somebody on Clubhouse said the movie didn't exist. I'm like, okay. Well, I guess they must not have. I guess they don't have the capacity, capability, or brain comprehension of brains, or comprehension of brain cells from a brain to do their research. It came out at the American Black Film Festival. You have to know how to connect the fucking dots, people. You have to know how to connect the dots. When I tell y'all, I know what I know. I know what I know. And that post that I did with Lily, listen, I lost a couple of people from Instagram. That's cool. That's absolutely cool. Because see, here's the thing. It's one thing to report on something. It's another thing to give a damn about what you're reporting. Anybody can say, oh, I know this. Oh, I know that. What's the quality of it? Did you do your research? What do you see when I research for this show? I read the story 3 times. I read to see the first time what it's about, the second time see what I can relate to, the third time is what y'all relate to, and then whichever one is stronger, I go off of that. My Lord, let's keep going. We're almost done.
That's why you call. Go ahead, final point.
Well, I think you're talking about excellence, right?
No, I'm talking about journalism 101, not journalism 401, not journalism 401, not journalism 301, not 201. It's 101. You were taught. You're taught to call. It's if a story came out, if somebody said, "Roland, Scott Bolden got arrested." No. Seriously. No, wait, hold up. I'm gonna use a real example. The judge held Scott in contempt, hold Scott Bolden in contempt. What's the first thing I did? Scott, if you didn't pick up, you know what I would have done?
Right.
Emailed you. If you didn't respond in 5 minutes, I would have called the firm and asked for your secretary. See, that's what you're supposed to do. You don't just go, hey, Scott got arrested. Scott going to jail. Scott got held in contempt. And then you go, no, Roland, I wasn't held in contempt. The judge is threatening to hold me in contempt. So being held in contempt and threatening to hold in contempt are 2 totally different things. That's all I'm saying to black-owned media. Damn, use the phone. Call somebody.
Yeah, but you know, when black-owned media is lazy like that, it perpetuates white privilege's view of black people and their product, if you will. And that somehow it's almost acceptable to have a non-excellent or below standard product that's acceptable to black people. So it's not reliable, if you will. Somebody white looking at it and saying, well, that's from a black publication, so we can't really rely on it because their white privilege kicks in. To me, that's another danger if you're not practicing excellent journalism. So, I mean, nobody's going to disagree with you about this. I just wish we
No. There are people who disagree with me. Man, why you make a big deal out of this?
About what?
But because I dared say, because I've called people out. I'm just going to leave this one to y'all. But I'm going to give you an example that's not black-owned media. Y'all 3 gonna love this one. So remember when President Obama had the news conference and he was asked the question regarding the arrest of Skip Gates? And remember he said that the cops acted stupidly after arresting him, after ascertaining that he actually owned the house. Remember that? That's actually what he said. Sean Hannity, Fox News, and the right. Obama called cops stupid. No, he said they acted stupidly after learning he owned the house and still arresting.
You see how taking information out to make a narrative. They didn't say, hey, Yolanda Cameron, hey, nephew Braylon chat, hope everyone's having a good hood wind down Thursday. Yes, we are. So sometimes when you hear a story, Braylon Lee said somebody was stupid. Okay, what's the rest of the comment? Braylon Lee said somebody was stupid because of a decision that they made. Context is everything, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And when I get to the end of this clip, I don't know if Gigi is still here, but if she is still here, y'all gonna flip. Y'all gonna flip with what I'm gonna tell y'all at the end of this. Let's roll.
Him. That's actually what he said. So I'm on CNN and we're in the air and we're discussing it. And so I'd already found out what happened at the meeting that morning. What happened so in the White House, there are 2 meetings. There's a 7 o'clock meeting and there's an 8 o'clock meeting. The 7 o'clock meeting is the real meeting. Okay? There's more people in the 8 o'clock meeting, but the 7 is the real meeting. So we're on the air and Candy Crowley, great respect for Candy Crowley. Candy Crowley goes, well, my understanding from the, that the White House would really prefer to walk that back. I went, no, they're not. They all turned to me. I said, my understanding is Obama is very clear as to what he said. Well, Roland, I've talked to my sources in the White House. And I went, I ain't lying. I'll never forget.
Me too.
I went, oh, I got sources too.
Yeah.
And I can tell you. Now, here was the reality. The reality was, in a 7 o'clock meeting, the white boys came in, were like, yeah, we got to walk this back. The black folks like, bullshit. No, we not. And a black staffer, I ain't gonna name him, said, outside this building, I left the office yesterday, and I'm a senior staffer in this White House, and I couldn't flag down a cab, and they passed me by. The whole room went silent. So when the white advisors, when they all went into the Oval Office, Obama made it clear he wasn't walking back nothing.
Yep.
I know who I got the story from. And I was like, I got sources too. So at CNN was kind of like, well, that's Candy Crowley. I don't give a damn, that's Candy Crowley. Shit, I know people too.
Yep.
But what happens is, in those, sort of like they like to defer. So the last, I just remember, I remember, and again, I love Candy.
Oh, it's all good.
Mine is, I know people too. Y'all may remember, that was a General James Jones. He had friction with Robert Gates. And I remember I made some comment and it was like, well, General Jones is very well liked. I was like, yeah, he ain't gonna be that long though. I said, he ain't gonna be that long. And it was sort of like, the response to me was sort of like, what do you know? I said, okay, we gonna see who go first. Why don't y'all Google General James Jones and see when he resigned? And then Google Robert Gates to see when he resigned. Jones left first. This is an example, even when you're in white media, why you gotta have your own sources close to the action, because there were numerous times, even at CNN, where I had stuff and the other people didn't have. And I don't want to hold y'all. Scott, you'll give me.
Man, we way late.
No, bro. Scott, you'll be all right. I'm just gonna give y'all this. I'm gonna give y'all this deck
because got one thing.
Because Rebecca, I'm gonna get it. They wouldn't let me put this in my book. CNN said no. Rebecca, we're gonna close on you, but they wouldn't let me put this in my book. The night of the Iowa caucus, when Obama won. So I didn't get on the air for 3.5 hours. So we off air, and somebody on the air, and they saying, we don't know where Obama is tonight in Des Moines. I was like, he had dinner. Then I said, then when he wins, they go, we're not sure when Obama is coming to the convention center. He's leaving dinner in 20 minutes. And they come to me and they're like, oh my God, what are you getting this from? I said, from the person sitting next to him at dinner. I was getting all this information all night, and they were just like, oh my God. And I said, well, if y'all put my ass on the air, the audience will be getting this information as well, but y'all got me sitting on the sideline. This is what they also do to us. So all I'm saying to our black folk, I need us to learn how to pick the phone up, develop sources. So when stuff happens, you can speak authoritatively and you can be the one breaking news and giving facts and not relying on white media. Rebecca, close us out.
And I just want to make it clear and being careful that we're not calling Black journalists lazy, because I know that was a comment that was made earlier. That's not the issue here. The issue is don't fall for clout culture, but actually do your due diligence the way you learned in J school.
Correct.
The ethics that you learned in journalism school, more than any other time, we need you all to step up and to adhere to those standards.
Well, I am calling you lazy if you don't pick the phone up to get attribution or to get the right information. And what you do is you write a story and you slap your name on it as if you actually reported the story. And I'm calling whoever edited the story lazy if they actually approve that story, because both individuals, the reporter and the editor or editors, failed journalism 101. I will say that. Robert, Rebecca, Scott, always a pleasure.
Now, Gigi, are you still in here? Let me see. Is Gigi still in here? Hang on, let me see. Because I need Gigi real quick. Y'all will understand why in a minute. Let me see. Hang on 1 second, y'all. I'll drop the link because I know y'all got a lot to say. Now, I give game for free. Free 99. I give it absolutely free because I know for sure that we need more of us in the game of media, right? Am I a rebel? Yes. Do I break the rules? Yes. Do I usually give a damn about how people feel? No. But Gigi will be up here in a minute because the thing that I did today, I did the thing that Roland said we all should do, is pick up the phone and call people. So I called some people at Revolt. Some was voicemails. One actually hung the phone up while I was on the phone with them. I took that as they couldn't say yes, the deal was done. Now that's just from my common sense. Okay. When Gigi gets up here, I'll say it. Hopefully y'all are doing well. Thank you, Yolanda Cameron, for being here. Lady B, thank you. Tyler T. Monjima, thank you. I'm Teresa Wright. Hey, thank you. Queen T. Gigi9, thank you. Lynette Stiller, thank you. Let's see who else. Sheesh Jalo, welcome in. Glad to have you here. So like I said, Revolt TV, it is black owned probably. It is one owner, and we don't know if it's actually Richard Dennis or not. We don't know for sure, right? Now, page six, let me show y'all page 6. Okay, because this is where it came from. Exclusive. Right here. Richard Lou Dennis will be the new owner of Diddy's TV venture Revolt. Page 6 is told, right? Now, as we look in this article, right? They found the net worth, the security rates. We're told Dennis is the new owner of Diddy's portion of the company. Now, as we keep looking here, talks about, his bumpy ride into media. The deal is already done. They're getting ready to announce in a couple of days. An insider told page 6 of the Revolt sale. But of course, now with the raid and everything else going on, it will appear as though he is purchasing after the fact. It was important to Sean Diddy Combs to get a buyer that was African American because he wanted to keep the legacy of having a black-owned business, said the insider. He started off that way. He wants to continue on that path. Now, did you guys see anywhere in that article? Did you guys see anywhere in that article that a spokesperson from Revolt TV says that that's the owner? Did y'all see at all? And I'm not knocking page 6. But did y'all see Devontae Samuel say he's the new owner? Once again, let's go back to the article. I'm giving y'all game for free. Pick it up if you give a damn. Right here. It says Richard Dennis will be the new owner of Diddy's TV venture, Revolt. Revolt. Page 6 is told. Somebody's told Page 6. They didn't call Revolt to ask if it's true. Even if they did, even Page 6 did call Revolt TV, Revolt wouldn't be able to say that because guess what? That's behind the scenes. That's family business, as they say. And when you are in negotiations for a contract, you can't say a word. Why do you think there's a difference between a pickup letter and a contract for a reality show? Just because you get a pickup letter doesn't mean you own the show. A pickup letter means we want you back. The contract is the concrete details of how you come back. Hey, Gigi.
Hey.
So the reason why I want Gigi up here, y'all, is because, like Roland said, if you want to know something, you call the source. I called Roland Martin today. Sure the hell did. I'm not going to say his number. I'm not. But I will tell you how long I talked with him. I talked with him for 2 minutes, 43 seconds. I said to him about the YouTube channel that I did break down Carlos Watson, because he did break down Carlos Watson. That's on the channel. I also said to him, I say his quote all the time: if you do good, I'll talk about you. If you do bad, I'll talk about you. And I also said I wouldn't mind coming on his show. Now, for those of you going to say, well, Braylon, that's really cute. You call Roland Martin. DM him and ask him, did he talk to somebody named Braylon Lee? Send him the link for the YouTube channel, guys. Really, I have nothing to lie about. So yes, I did call Roland Martin. He said that there were 4 sources that said the deal is not done and that the deal could still fall through. So yes, I called the source who told about the story today.
Yeah, you definitely did that. And what people need to understand when it comes to you, that's not like, he's not your start. Okay. You've been doing this. You've been reaching out to different platforms and CEOs and, the heads of these different businesses, giving them basically insider help on what they can do to what you can offer them that will benefit.
That's it.
And that's the same thing that you did with Roland. And it's great that you actually was able to have that conversation with him.
Absolutely.
I really see the greatness. Braylon, you already know I see the greatness in you anyway. We talk all the time. I'll let you know. For those who don't know, Braylon is a genius. Like, y'all really, people are sleeping on my brother, but I'm telling y'all, he's a genius. And when it comes out what he has been doing and what he's capable of, that's when you guys are going to be like, oh shit, he has been saying this. He's been giving us the game, but yet for some reason people want to be oblivious. I don't know. But yeah, you're definitely making the connections. You're calling, you're emailing, you are creating PowerPoints and the different things that will help them. You're giving them visuals. Like, you're doing the whole thing.
Absolutely. Now I'm gonna show y'all one email, okay? Now this is just being real with y'all. I'm cool with it. So I emailed this brother from Ebony Magazine. I said, listen, the Essence Festival of Culture is coming up, and it's the 25th anniversary of Lauryn Hill. Megan Thee Stallion will be there, 50th anniversary of Hip Hop, curations by Ducky Fresh, Jermaine Dupri, and special friends. I said, your YouTube channel has 11,200 subscribers. How we can use this platform is to reach out to celebrities and content creators to do live or taped interviews from our booth on the festival floor. recapping events from all the different experiences, like in the zone, like in his zone, men's experience, Essence Eats, Food and Wine Festival, Wealth, Power, and more. Think of Ebony's YouTube channel like Eats Live on the Red Carpet. It airs in the hours before a major award ceremony, covering the arrival of the stars outside the ceremony's venue upon its red carpet. So what if we did the Ebony Black Pinion Box? You know, the suggestion box we just called the Black Pinion Box, where we ask fans of Ebony Magazine to submit a question on anything they wanted to, from dating, relationships, pop culture, and then put them on quiz index cards and ask people on the streets questions from the fans. Not to mention Ebony Studios, Imagine Limited docuseries, a group of friends enjoying Essence Festival culture, 7 to 13 episodes and a 3-part reunion special. You know, y'all can believe what y'all want to believe. I just give it to you real. Let me find something real quick, y'all. That's what I need.
I want to say this. What Roland was saying about fact checking. Y'all, I feel like people don't understand how important that is, especially being, news for basically people like us. When you have sources that are meant to be information for us, I feel like you need to have facts. You need to have accurate information because, one, we as a people, we get misled all the time.
Factual.
And at some point, there needs to be, if it's for us and by us, we ain't talking about FUBU, but still, if these platforms are meant to be for us and they're meant to, attract us to them, at least give us facts that we can actually go with, so that when we go out into the world, or we're having this conversation with someone else, or we're talking about it, we're speaking facts and we're not coming from a place of misinformation. Because that misinformation and those misleading comments and texts and the different information that's given, with it being false, we're honestly doing the bidding and the dirty work of the enemy. Like, that's just how I feel.
Correct.
Because if they can make us go out and spread false information, that's helping them. And it's making us look like we're inaccurate. We don't know what we're talking about. We're unintelligent.
Correct.
And that we are honestly, I feel like we are the most intelligent race of people on the planet. People like, no, black people are stupid. No, honestly, we are the most intelligent. But
absolutely,
because we've been manipulated for so long, and because we've been, gaslit and told what we're not, a lot believe it, and they'll go ahead and repeat that cycle. So when it comes to stuff like this, let's be more aware. Let's go ahead and be aware. You know what? I see that I'm reading this, but let me find out for myself.
Correct.
Like, we need to start thinking for ourselves and not allow other people or, different blogs or whatever it is. No, but let's stop allowing those people to mislead us and misguide us, and then turn around and say, oh, well, they did it. No, but you allowed it.
That part.
We cannot continue to allow these things to happen, but then blame others for giving the information. Just because someone gives it doesn't mean you have to take it.
Absolutely. Absolutely correct. No, you're absolutely right. And I mean, honestly, the day that we get better as a people is the day we win as a people. Real talk. Oh,
Facts.
This is the email.
Facts.
This is the email that I want to show y'all. So remember, I told y'all right here. Thank you for calling me back. It means a great deal to me. BET matters to our culture in terms of how we talk about the issues we go through, the togetherness and not being and feeling alone. Above all else, having our own space, like to be us, like BET says, nobody's got you like we got you. So I told him about the Onyx collab and everything else. All my links here. Send him all that. Now, I'm just going to be very transparent with you, okay? Very transparent. Right there is the social media editor's email. Right there's the president of Ebony Studios. I don't say all my receipts at all, but this is what I do. This is what I do, guys. But you know what? It's cool, though. It's cool, though. You know, I mean, listen. You know what? I'll put it like this. I don't put out a song and then pretend to go on a talk show and only send the audience. I'm going to let that land where it needs to. If it ain't for you, ain't for you.
Right. Hey, T-Talk with your girl.
Hey, T-Talk, welcome in. Just been breaking down how nothing is confirmed yet. So this is an exclusive. This is an exclusive, but nothing has been confirmed yet. Until y'all see a press release from Revolt TV, it ain't the truth yet. It ain't the truth yet. Because not to mention, if somebody is the owner, do they want to keep it Revolt or do they want to rebrand it? Because if they're rebranding it, it's going to take a longer period of time to not only rebrand everything, but for the media to get the new messaging of that network. Like I told y'all, when Tyler Perry bought BET and how everybody said that he bought BET, turns out it wasn't the case, guys. Wasn't the case. Shocking, I know, because there wasn't a press release from BET. I know nobody likes to read anything, but let me show y'all this. The BET Awards. These contacts right here. Oh my God, you can email them to, I don't know, maybe get somebody from BET to come on your YouTube channel to talk about the BET Awards. Oh my God, what a shocking fact. Right here. This is Black PR Wire. I don't have to make anything up for y'all. Doesn't make a damn thing up. Nope. Sure don't. Sure don't. I don't believe what y'all want to believe. But yes, I did call Roland Martin today. I did. I texted him and we talked on the phone for 2 minutes and 34 seconds. And he told me himself that the deal is not done yet. That the deal could fall through. So, and y'all see on that panel, no disrespect to that panel, but there's not a lot of young people that go on Roland Martin. And here's the thing, guys.
No, and I don't know if you brought this up or not, but
sure.
So from the time that you talked to him on the phone,
yes,
to the time that that video was posted, was in a short time span of each other.
Yeah,
because he just posted the video with the panel. That was what, when I talked to you, it had been up for what, an hour?
Correct.
And you had just talked to him within what, 20 minutes of that or so?
Yes.
So this was, you know, this was in close proximity of each other. Like you talked to him and then you was able to.
Is it shade if it's truthful though? She shallow. Is it shade if it's truthful though? Because guess what? Another way that you guys can get in contact with people, I don't know if y'all know this thing, but there's a thing called a anchor reel. And sometimes at the end of that anchor reel is the phone number to contact that person. Y'all can do what the hell you want to do.
I mean, it can't really be shade just because you got the source.
That's it. That's it. And honestly, to any of y'all want to DM Roland Martin? DM him. Ask him, did you talk to somebody named Braylon Lee today? DM him. He ain't got to lie. I'm not going to give his phone number because that is doxing and we don't do that over here. Not in the past life, present life, or afterlife. But I don't have to make anything up at all. And by the way, you guys, let me give you optics here. Let me give you optics. You see this panel, right? Not a lot of young people go on Roland Martin. He has 1,240,000 subscribers. Okay. Here's how many views he's got. 545,078,687 views. Now, he's live on at 6 p.m. same time as me. Now, it would be quite interesting if Braylon Lee, I say Braylon Lee in quotes because follow me. It'll be interesting if after that call, Roland says to his team, and Roland does talk to his team. I mean, you can't do what you do from age 15 to now and not have those sources. Like he said with Marlon Jackson, knowing directly that his brother passed. Hey guys, can you guys check out this guy named Braylon Lee? He called me today. Oh wow, he got to 100,000 views, Roland. Yeah, he told me he got to 100,000 views. He actually did it? Yeah, he did. See this breakdown of Carlos Watson? Oh my God. Bring him on the show. Now, I'm doing a full interview with Roland Martin on a 1 million subscriber channel. You guys, I am giving you game for free. It's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. T-Talk with your girl only got 5K subscribers. She talked to somebody from Bravo. Why? Because guess what? Just because you have 1 million subscribers don't mean you know your shit. Your intelligence can be a fast pass where your degree is not. Because if the degree was a fast pass, everybody would have one. That and it frustrates me because I'm just like, if Oprah Winfrey did your own show, the search for Oprah's next TV star, I always say this, and some of my friends say, Brian, you're really cocky. I'm like, dude, the competition will already been won. Respectfully. And the reason why I say that is because I not only give a damn about the assignment, I give a damn about all the painful details to complete the assignment. I'm going to say that one more time. I not only... Listen, nothing wrong with it, right? I mean, there's plenty. Here's the thing. Just because you're in the room doesn't mean that you have an association with that person. You know how many people went to Ellen DeGeneres over the years? Oh my God, I hanged out with Ellen. Mother Ucker, you were at her talk show. Just like when I got to hold that Emmy Award. Oh my God, Brian, is that your Emmy? No, it's a chairman's Emmy. It's association. The problem is some people don't know how to take an inch of an association and make it a mile of a connection. Because if I was there at the Sherry Shepherd show, hey, guess what? You know what? I don't really see a correspondent for y'all talk show. Because Sherry, you can't be at every award show. I would like to do an assignment for the Sherry Shepherd show. That's what we call taking an inch and making a mile, people. What the hell we talking about? Now, if I get on Roland Martin and if he interviews me for the full hour, and it's like, hey, how did you do this YouTube channel? You got Braylon's virtual tour. You covered this, you covered that, And then guess what? Roland Martin might introduce me to John Murray. By the way, I've commented on John Murray's Instagram before. And oh my God, guys, John Murray is the executive producer over what? The Sherry Shepherd Show. Oh my Lord Jesus. Sometimes it's not about the person who has the power directly. It is the people who are around the power and who can get to the power that will get you in position.
Say
you
that.
can do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you want to do. But last time I checked, some of y'all ain't got the bag to go get the bag. So, I'm not saying I know everything, but the stuff I do know, I don't apologize for. That's all I'm saying. Because Roland Martin does know John Murray. So if me and him are talking, and he's like, you know what, have you ever been on daytime TV? You know, I haven't. You know, I'm going to put you in touch with John Murray. And then guess what? The Sherry Shepherd show wants to talk to me because of Roland Martin. association can be the key to all your connections, but you got to know how to utilize your associations and your connections. Y'all do what y'all want to do. Just saying. Anyway, child. Lord. I just had to give it to y'all real today. And normally I'm not live on Thursdays, but like I had to go live today to just kind of break this story down for y'all of how nothing is official yet. Because I'm just like, wait a minute. Diddy sold it and the deal is done like that? No, deals take time. So, anyway, I'm gonna turn on my camera now because I've done the show for over an hour. And here's the thing, I still wish that brother well. I do. Because life is bigger than social media. But honestly, there are people who can sing that go on American Idol. Now, do they win the competition? 10 times out of 10, probably not. But if they have a good audition, they use that leverage to get in the door in other places. Don't talk about your dreams, execute your dreams. That's all I'm saying. We're going to take a little commercial break, y'all. We'll be back. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, everybody. Roll it.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you. More than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers. The one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
I finally did it. Popeye's new chicken sandwich. I've been trying to make the perfect chicken sandwich forever.
How does that make you feel?
You know me. It had to be just right. Finding a bun as good as my chicken was not easy. I mean, I did it, obviously.
I think we've made a lot of progress here. I feel great. Good talk. I'm proud of you.
My new chicken sandwich is buttermilk battered and served on toasted brioche. Try it in spicy or classic.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
I finally did it.
Hey, grab me one too. Hey, grab me one too.
Welcome to Copeland's. Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact, there's no occasion too big, or if you like, too small. Copeland's, there's always something good.
Welcome to Copeland.
I'm loving it.
And I gotta tell you, I am loving y'all. Hey, welcome back in, everybody, to Braylon's virtual tour live. Just breaking down some news about Revolt TV. So, page 6 says that Richard Lou Dennis is the owner, but yet in the page 6 article, no one from Revolt TV actually confirmed that, because it's still in negotiations, because Roland Martin said that he talked to 4 sources that said, and I quote, that the deal is not final. There is a deal in place. Get that straight. There is a deal in place, but that the deal could fall through. And then yours truly called Roland Martin today. That's right. The man on your screen, I called him because, like he said, don't listen to hearsay. Call the source. So if the source, Roland Martin, said that there is a deal that is not done yet, well, instead of wondering if Roland said it, you call Roland. And also, I gave some media game of how you form an email and how you execute your entry. But anyway, Gigi is back on stage with me, back live on tour here.
Right, we are live on tour with Braylon Lee, and of course, I'm your girl, a Queen's Tea with Gigi Man. Make sure you subscribe to his channel.
Yes, indeed.
Make sure you like this video. Make sure you hit notifications so that you know every time my brother goes live, he posts a video, shorts, whatever it is. Make sure that you are hitting that notification, the like button, and subscribe.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you as always. You know that. And honestly, to tell you the truth too, it's like we have to do better at recognizing just because somebody has information doesn't mean that you don't have information. We got to be better at that, because you don't know what that person knows could help you get to where you are. If I'm telling you I got in touch with Roland Martin, that means you could get in touch with Roland Martin. Now, some people are not going to be that open. Some people got a team, and there are layers and levels and different clearances to get to that person. But what did I just tell y'all? It is about getting around the people or getting to the people that have access to the power, not so much the person that has power. You understand? So I'm just giving it to y'all real. That's all.
Yep, you're so right with that, Braylon. Listen here, go to the source. Look up the information for yourself. Because I'm going to tell you, when information is incorrect, you'll start seeing it. You'll start seeing different, people start posting different things. It might be surrounded by the same, the same thing, like with Revolt being sold to being sold, even though that's not true. But if you go to different, sources, they might say the same thing, but you'll start seeing different information. You'll start seeing different things. And it's like, wait a minute, but this last one said this. So why are they saying this? It's because it's not factual.
That's it. That is absolutely it. And we need more shows like myself and Gigi and Talk with Solana and our main man Q. We need more shows like Tea Talk with Your Girl and the Silver and Chit Chat with QT. We need Kim Pyres. We need Houses of Aaron. We need Binge Worthy with Justin Diego. We need more of us in the game. But if the people at the top who can put out anything are getting more play than the people down below doing the work, then where does that leave y'all? Where does that leave us? We're not getting the full experience because we're only getting part of the experience based on the people in power to give you the experience and to give you the information. And like I said, I got respect for everybody in the game, because it took enough energy, it took enough commitment, it took enough soul for you to give yourself your own shot. But also, too, within giving yourself a shot, you got to be responsible for how you go about getting your shot in the game. So I am not saying patience is wrong. But also, too, though, type in new season of Revolt TV press release. See a press release. Until it comes out where you can go to the bottom of the press release and you see an email or a phone number, or at least a PR firm where you can email them for questions, shit ain't official yet.
Yeah, that's so true. And then something else. Us as content creators, like, we definitely have to do our due diligence when it comes to fact checking and making sure we're giving the right information, because we come back and we report on what it is that we've seen or what we've heard. Now, there's times where it's not all the way, accurate, because we might be reporting on something that has just hit the news. You know what I'm saying? And all of the information's not out yet. So there's times where, we'll have to go back and we'll have to fact check and we'll have to come back and do other videos. But as content creators, it is our duty to do that firsthand. Before we even post, we need to make sure that the information that we are bringing out and giving to our subscribers is accurate.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people, they get their sources and they get their information from content creators. A lot of people don't watch the news like that. No. A lot of people don't read the newspaper like that. Social media, YouTube, this is where they get their information.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. And not to mention, too, it's important to know the responsibility of integrity, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all could go back through every virtual tour live that I've done. Y'all can never say Braylon was wrong or anything. Well, I mean, there was that one time where I talked about Monique and Kim Whitley and Gerald Levert having a threesome, and I had a good time with that joke. But then, when it wasn't true, what did I do? I came back to y'all and said that it wasn't true. Kim Whitley said it. If you're 10 toes down and saying the truth, you gotta be 10 toes down to correct the record too. You can't just do what you want to do just because you have the right to do it. Teresa Wright says, but everyone wants to be the first to report and halftime be loud and wrong. I have always said this, Teresa Wright, it is better to place in third place than to place in first. Because you know what happens when you place in first? If you placed in first place, you placed in first place. But if there's questions about it, you know what they're going to do? They're going to go back to the instant replay. They're going to go back to the officials. They're going to go back to standards and practices. And if anything is awry with you getting in first place, the second place person gets the prize. But then, hang on a second, if you're in second place, and it's like, wait a minute, you did really, something ain't clean. Then it goes to the third place person. So when you guys watch Miss Universe and, Steve Harvey, whoever the host is, says, if for whatever reason the winner of Miss Universe cannot fulfill her obligation, it goes to the next person, that's because there's a chain in command. You have to respect the chain of command in order for you to be in the chain of command, ladies and gentlemen. So when I tell y'all I am so cool with placing in third place, because at the beginning, middle, end of the day, if I place in third place and I have quality, eventually I'm going to place in first place. But when you place in first place all the time, your significance with your existence lessens over time because everybody knows you. Just like the student that don't talk too much in class. They don't talk a lot, but when they do, it's always something that needed to be said. Real talk.
Listen, I'll say this. Yes, everyone wants to win all the time. Absolutely. Not going to say that it's, uncommon. Everybody wants to win. But when you don't know how to lose, it makes it harder for you when you do win all the time, because you win all the time, but then when you lose your shit because you don't know how to lose. You don't know how to be anything other than first. So sometimes you need to learn how to be third. Learn how to work your way up to second. Work your way up to first. That way you know.
That's it. That is absolutely it. And there's nothing wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with waiting your turn. Now, I will say this, because I said this to Gigi today. I think the thing that pisses me off the most, and people like me, Gigi, all of you, is this. Hey, you know what? You're great, but you need to go work on yourself. Okay, cool. Cool. I'll go work on myself just fine. Okay. Thank you for the note. Duly noted. Now, I'm just going to ask y'all a legitimate question, and I want y'all real honest answer. Okay. Because I feel like we're fair over here. If you were me, right, and you want to do what I do, right, and someone said, go work on yourself, and you did this work right here, right, you did this amount of work, and you got to 118,499 views, and that person said to you, you need to go work some more, would you feel pissed off or no? Let's be real with each other now. Would you feel pissed off or no? You just wanted to just be in the room. They said, you got what it takes, but go work on yourself a little bit. So you go do that. And you pull in 100,000 views by yourself, along with your crew. You know what? That's good, but we need to get to 1 million. Wait a minute. Do you not realize the journey it took to get from 0 to 10? From 10 to 100, from 100 to 1,000, from 1,000 to 10,000, from 10,000 to 100,000. That's 5 different levels, son. And you want me to go work on myself some more? Okay. So when you see content creators frustrated, or when you see your favorite actors and actresses, radio hosts, TV hosts, journalists frustrated, it's not so much that they frustrated based on the platform that they have, but it's the fact I did what you asked me to do and I still haven't met the mark, because you're always moving the goalpost. When in the hell will me meeting the goal actually matter? That's it. That's it. Gigi, you can go ahead.
That's one reason why I do what I do, and another reason why I feel like having my own production company is necessary, just for the simple fact that when it comes to certain certain abilities that we have as a color people, it's different. We don't get to take the breaks that others do. It's almost like it's like against everything. If you you're a content creator, you're in Hollywood, you feel like you want to take a break because you're stressed out. Oh, now you're unfit. Now you're unwell. Now you're hard to handle because you decided that you wasn't going to take the bullshit. Because you decided you want to take time for yourself. You get labeled as something that you're not, just because you're not allowing for other people to basically mess over you, and you're actually worried about yourself.
Correct.
Just like you said, okay, they say work on yourself. Go work on yourself. Okay, you can work on yourself over and over and over again.
That's it.
And no matter how many times they tell you, oh, we want you, until they put you where they say they want you to be, that's not showing that they want you.
That's it.
Now, I understand, working on yourself a little bit, here and there, or, you're working on yourself to the point to where you know that you're where you need to be. You know that this is exactly what is, you know what I'm saying? You didn't went above and beyond what they asked you to do, and they're still telling you, no, we need a little bit more. When it comes to us, it's always going to be where a little bit more is needed.
Absolutely.
But when we have platforms that are for us and created by us, we have more say. We have more abilities to make and create what is necessary for us as the people. This is why fact checking and all these different, Black sources that are supposed to be for the Black people and for us definitely need to be held accountable for misinformation and misleading us as a people.
Absolutely. No, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Let me do this because, like I said, information is powerful. So there's a source, and I don't know if you know about this, Gigi, but there's a source called Real Screen, and they are. I'll just pull it up because see, this is how real I am with y'all. Other people, they may say, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. You can do exactly what you want to do. You just choose not to do it. So let me show y'all this website. Listen, it's just real talk. So this website here is the premier website for documentaries, for formats like American Idol, all that stuff, unscripted. You see People Biz, you see the awards, you see the business news, you see the people news. This is where you need to stay in. You need to stay in all these, but the people in business, that's where you need to stay in the game, because knowing who is in charge, knowing the solutions, or knowing the problems that need solutions, that can be your guide to get in the game. Now, I just sent something to myself now. I want to show y'all real quick. And I literally just saw this through my Real Screen email. And we're going to do a little work live, just a little bit of work live, just to show y'all how you can find your opportunity within this. Right here. All right. So here it is here. This came out today. Right here. Roku, the #1 TV streaming platform in the United States, announced that Roku Originals, together with the Handy Foundation, will help provide underrepresented communities more opportunities in the entertainment industry and film industry for below-the-line jobs, including assistant editors, production coordinators, digital imaging technicians, production audio, and makeup artists. To date, apprenticeships have been provided on popular series including Honest Renovations, Meet Me in Rome, and Morimoto Sushi Master. As our original program continues to grow in popularity and scale, the choice is clear for Roku to take the opportunity now to champion greater inclusion in our industry, said David Ellenberg, head of content for Roku Media. I'm going to keep reading the whole thing, and then we're going to break this press release down live, okay? I'll show y'all how to work, okay? The Handy Foundation's work with underrepresented and overlooked professionals makes them a fantastic partner for us. We are thrilled to take on this significant expanded initiative. The collaboration between the Handy Foundation and Roku Originals, led by Melissa Hamilton, head of production, seeks to grant access to a diverse array of expertise within Hollywood's trade craft in efforts to connect with below-the-line workers with job opportunities in the entertainment industry. The Handy Foundation has made notable strides providing trained professional development while advancing diversity and inclusion across the broader industry. This announcement marks a pivotal moment in our partnership with Hulu, which initially began with placing one Handy Foundation fellow on 1 million de gracias in 2023. The expansion of our collaboration with Roku Originals reinforces our mission to uplift underrepresented talent within the film and entertainment industry, said Handy Foundation CEO Rod Carlo Handy. With Roku support, we are excited to continue stargazing on how we can extend our impact even further, empowering individuals from all walks of life to share their stories and contribute to a more inclusive cultural landscape. Here's the information on the Handy Foundation. Here's information about Roku. There's the media context. Now, let's break this press release down, shall we? Strategic partnership brings underrepresented worker below the line opportunities on more Roku original productions. Now, if you were in Hollywood and you wanted a chance to, I don't know, work for Roku, well, I think it would be important to know what a Roku original is. I think that would be important. I think so. Wouldn't you agree, Gigi?
Yeah, you need to know what it is that you're actually trying to promote or what you're trying to get into. Absolutely.
So here are some Roku originals here. Now, of course, take a couple here that you know, right? So let's just say that you wanted to work on, let's just say that you want to work on player versus player, Trevor Noah. Now, what would you need to know about this? First of all, you would need to know Trevor Noah is a comedian. He likes to laugh. Okay, player versus player is about video games. What do you know about video games? Now, you being a below the line person, what's something that Roku may not know? They may not know what's up in the video game world. Do they know what virtual reality is? Do they know what artificial intelligence is? Do they know the latest game system? Do they know the best accessories to play the games? That's what I mean by understanding the assignment and understanding the details to get the assignment completed, right? So finding a Roku original that you may want to do and figure out what is a below the line job. Now, you see here that these two people are bolded. Why are they bolded? Because they want you to know who the hell they are. This is the Handy Foundation CEO. So if I am that person, what I would do is go to handyfoundation.org. Go right here and then click programs. Look at all the programs right there. All those programs right there. Program partners. Oh my God, and there's some big ones on here. Lionsgate, Fremantle, Netflix, AMC, Stars. Oh my Lord Jesus. Entertainment Industry Foundation. There's Roku. Oh my God, there's WE TV. Oh my God, there's NAACP. Do you see what I'm saying here, people? Sometimes information leads you to your opportunities. Okay? So after you get done looking at the program partners and everything, you can resources there. You can join their database. This is the below the line database. You fill in your information, and you'll get back and you'll get a response back, I'm sure. Knowing what they do is also important. Right here, training and jobs, advocacy, career support, mentor matching. All this information is extremely important. And then right here, you can email them or you can even call them and ask them, okay, I saw a press release about Roku. How do I get in the door? And then guess what? If you happen to be a content creator, I wonder who to talk to about maybe pitching my show as a Roku original. Oh my God, there's the head of content of Roku Media. Y'all can do what y'all want to do, but I'm just giving you the game so you can prepare yourself to get in the game. That's all. And that's how you break down press release live. Like I said, when I tell you I am so passionate about wanting people to win, I really mean that more than you guys will ever know. And that's why I do exactly the style that I do. That's exactly why I do the style that I do. Because at the beginning, middle, end of the day, we all deserve a chance to win. We do. We all deserve a chance to rise up. And most of all, we all deserve to go after our dream at least one good damn time. So, when you hear me being blunt, being bold, being extra, just know behind all of that energy is the soul of caring about us as people. Real talk. And sometimes, y'all, in order to get to the sunshine of what we want to be in life, we gotta go through all the rain, okay? As much as we don't want to go through the rain, sometimes we gotta go through the rain in order to get to the sunshine. We do. The amazing thing is, at least once you get to the sunshine, you have had from all the rain, the hurricanes, the tsunamis, you've been able to handle every element of weather to know not only know how to appreciate the sunshine, but you also know how to handle any type of weather in terms of obstacles that come your way. Amen. Like I said, I want y'all to win. I really do. I want y'all to win. I want you to get all that God has for you. I want to get all that God has for me too. I really do, because life is too short for you to wonder about your greatness. Life is way too short for you to wonder about your greatness and what could be for you. That's real talk. That's real talk. So, like I said, I hope y'all are feeling the love. I hope you're feeling the energy. And I hope y'all feel the sincerity of what is coming out of my mouth. I really do. Because I know that some of y'all may take it like, good damn, Braylon is being rude. He's being extra. He's doing the most. But then I want you to ask yourself something. When you look in your village, when you look in your cavalry, when you look in your squad, when you look in all those spaces, is there anybody in your squad, your cavalry, or your team that has ever spoken to you softly when it was go time for you to go after something? Or did they give you that tough love energy that you could not stand? And even though you could stand it, by the time you got to your blessing, you were thankful for them letting you know that, for them giving you that tough love. That's what I do when I give y'all game like this. Because I know that it can't just be me in media. It can't just be Gigi in media. It's got to be all of us or none of us. And sometimes in order to get to where we're going to have to give some tough love sometimes. And no, it ain't going to be pretty. It ain't going to be nice. It ain't going to be the most Christian thing. It's not going to, some of the things I may say may not be the most Christian ways of saying it. But if you can take that tough love and you not liking that tough love and take the meat and spit out the bones, I promise you, you will be eating ribs, brisket, bratwurst, hot dogs, burgers. You'll be eating all the blessings that you deserve. But if you're so concerned about the flavor of blessings that can come your way because of the strength of what you're eating, you're going to miss everything that's in front of you that God has for you. Because you're so concerned. Oh my God, this is too, oh my God, this is hot. Yeah, it's hot because the blessing had to be cut through all the way so you can take it down. But if you want a cold blessing, go right ahead. But I don't know of anybody who likes their food cold. Everybody likes their food hot. So, Lord help me. Hey, Gigi, welcome back up. Gigi, you there?
Yep, I'm here. My bad. Had to take out my trash.
Oh no, you're good. You're absolutely fine. But no, yeah, I really want y'all to win. I really do. That's why I do as much as I do. And also, too, sometimes your legacy will not always be in wealth. Sometimes your legacy will be in knowledge. So that way, when I get in my 50s, still being the hardest working man in media, and my kids want to know how to start in media, they can go back to Braylon's virtual tour and be like, damn, my dad went on tour about everything. Man, my dad made a mistake here, but he corrected himself there. We got to quit thinking legacy is just money, y'all. The more we can recognize that our social capital and knowledge is the wealth that we all should be striving for, then we will get financial wealth. Because guess what? Nobody's going to give you any financial capital if your mental capital and your knowledge capital is shit. Tell me one person that you know that has ever got some financial capital and they didn't have any knowledge capital. Tell me one. Tell me one. And before you say, well, Braylon, I betted somebody that they couldn't take 5 shots of tequila. Well, listen, what you probably knew was they probably didn't have the stomach. You utilize the circumstances. You got $20. That's not you winning. You won $20. It's $20 more than you had, but it's not long-term wealth. Just saying.
Right. And to add to that is, this is gonna sound so crazy, but trust, there are people out here who feel like legacy is something that's owed to them, and it's something that's just gonna come. Like, you don't have to work for the legacy, it just comes to you. And yeah, there might be some people who, because of the work that their parents, grandparents, great-grandparents done, they actually don't have to do too much. But in order to leave the legacy for your generation or the generation after you, you have to do something. You have to be knowledgeable, like you said. You have to at least be persistent and consistent in something. You can't just be stagnant, and you can't keep feeling like the world is just owes you everything and you have to do nothing.
Correct.
It doesn't work like that. I'm gonna tell you, with my kids, I continue to build legacies because I can't just stop at one. Because what if something happens with the first business I started?
Correct.
I need to have a backup. And guess what? I got to have a backup for that backup.
That part.
Because you really don't know what's going to happen from day to day. You don't know the future unless you can see the future, but you don't know what's going to happen. And the only way, in order for you to secure what is necessary for you to live and the people who you care most about, you have to do something. You have to get off your ass and you have to make the effort.
That part.
And honestly, I'm going to tell you, people don't understand this, but legacy, anyone who truly, truly knows, legacy starts with an idea.
Correct.
So start with an idea. You got to start somewhere. Start with just an idea. And then you work through, how can I make this idea real? How can this become more than just what's in my head? Let me make this a reality. Then you start going through the working parts and the moving parts of, how are you going to turn this into something fiscal? How are you going to turn this into something that's actually financial? How are you going to turn this into something that actually is going to create what it is that you are envisioning?
Correct.
But you got to start with the idea.
No, you're absolutely right. And I was breaking down the Roku press release and let them know that if you want to get this opportunity from Roku, go to that foundation's website, call that foundation up and be like, okay, is Roku and you gonna put out a form? Do I need to come down to the foundation? If you're not in LA, can you do a virtual Zoom call? Figure out a way to get in the door, but make sure when you get in the door, you yourself have a solution to give. And like I said before, if you're wondering how to get your show onto Roku as a Roku original, you see why they bolded David Ellenberg, the head of content at Roku Media. This came out today, guys. This came out today. So, listen, y'all can do what y'all want to do, but just make sure when you go about it that you're about your purpose and while getting there. And like I said, I don't say all my moves out loud. I don't. Trust me, I don't. But I got a feeling if I could contact Roland Martin and talk to him on the phone, I can only imagine the other moves I could make and that I have made. Now, what you think about that?
I was about to say, Braylon, wait a second, because you making moves, and that's what people don't understand. What really, like, the workings and the inner dealings that go on behind the scene.
That's it.
And behind YouTube, because okay, so for those who don't know, Braylon and I, we communicate. Like we're definitely, like, you know what I'm saying, like nothing but love here. Even though we're not blood, like it couldn't make us any closer. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And
the idea is that we bounce off each other, and we both know, like, listen, YouTube is kind of like we're on tour, and this is just one destination we're going through. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
But having the ideas and actually putting forth the effort, like you making the phone calls, sending out the emails, making PowerPoints, that's a big, huge part of it.
Yes, it is.
Because I was just telling you earlier, like, so a lot of people don't know is, you know, we both have media backgrounds.
Yes, we do.
And the fact is, with our media backgrounds, we do come across people in media.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's all on how you handle yourself. Just like I was telling Braylon. Braylon knows. So I have the contact for the San Diego president of SAG-AFTRA.
Mm-hmm.
And I've talked to him personally. I've talked to his wife personally. They have personally invited me to seminars that are only for people who are in the union. And they look forward to different things that I do. Like I do short films and working on screenplays and different things like that. So I was telling Braylon, I said, Braylon, the fact that you can actually, you know, the different people that you meet or different people you see, just like this information that's up about Roku just came up today. For you to be able to spot that, find out what it is these people need, you call them, you email them, you let them know, like, hey, this is how I can help you.
Exactly.
That is a huge, huge part of it. And a lot of people can't even do that. I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to format an email to someone who's already invited me to something.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you can just overthink. You can just overthink too much.
Yes, you can.
But with your brain, and that's why I say you're a genius. Like the way that you can just go about it, just, yeah.
And y'all.
Hey, Nikki News.
Hey, Nikki News. Good to see you, beautiful. And y'all, Gigi is not just gassing me up because she's up here. She has seen some of my emails that I have sent. She has seen some of my PowerPoints. Can you tell them about my PowerPoints and how I throw down? Because I don't. If Braylon Lee emails you a solution, he gives no damn ucks or ish at all. I throws down, not throw down. I throws down.
Listen, throws it down. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen here, baby. You do what you got to do. Okay? Don't play no games when Braylon, they sleep on you. We talk about this all the time. They sleep on you. They be sleeping. I'm telling you. But little do they know, your face and your name is going to be worldwide. And it's going to happen very soon. And Satan and all the ones who've been, the non-believers, they're going to be sitting there with their mouth stuck open, flies just going in and out. Like, y'all don't understand. My brother is talented, talented beyond, I don't know anyone else who can actually do the things that he does. And I tell you that all the time, Bray.
You do. You absolutely do. And to give y'all a little inside tip, and Gigi knows exactly where I'm going. Remember how everybody was wondering where the reunion was going to be? Now, I'm not saying that television is a great tool or nothing. But for the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion, if you paused a particular part of the trailer, you took a screenshot and you flipped it upside down, it would have shown you a particular studio. Guys, y'all can do exactly what you want to do. But I'm like, and I'll say this very respectfully, I am like King James in Game 7. You do everything you can, games 1 through 6. But when you get to that Game 7, you call me. And I'm saying that very respectful to LeBron. I can't play basketball worth a lick of ice cream, okay? But when it comes to media and research and background and knowing the moves of the game, you call me. And I will come through. No cap. Like I told y'all, I'll call Roland Martin today. Yeah, I called him today. Was on the phone with him today. Literally, he posted that clip talking about the deal wasn't done yesterday. That clip of the panel happened today. He goes live at 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. I called him literally like a couple of hours before he went live. And just asked him, hey, listen, I'm about to go live on YouTube to talk about this Revolt TV breakdown. You said the deal isn't done. What do you know? Now, here's the thing. Even though he saw my young buck energy, he still is responsible to his sources. So he didn't tell me who. He didn't tell me who he knows. And he didn't tell me when the deal was going to happen. And guess what? I expected that because Roland Martin is a journalist. So here's a primetime lesson. Sometimes you get so upset at not getting what you want that you're not even thankful that you even got it. Because somebody else, oh my God, you can't tell me the source. Wait a minute. You're upset that you don't know who it is exactly, but you're not even grateful that you got the information. Come on now. And you know what? Let me let y'all know something else too. Since everybody was so upset about Sharnita's World being on another network, do you not know? I can message Melody, hey, listen, here's a whole thing here from this foundation called the Handy Foundation, creating pathways to diversify. Maybe the Oprah Winfrey Network could team up with Roku. Or maybe Nubian TV could call David Ellenberg, head of content at Roku Media, to get some shows on Nubian. Oh my God! That's what we call being a solution, guys. Information is your fast pass to get to everything you want to. Now, you can either be upset that it ain't you in the press release, or you can utilize the information out of the press release so you can be in the next one.
Right. And you know what? Speaking of that, I found it so crazy how people were like, oh my gosh, Sharnita's World's going to another network. Like, oh my God, that's disrespectful to males. Like, do y'all understand how television works?
That part.
How media works? See, when you start out on a network, you start out with the intention mainly to be picked up, hopefully, by a major television network.
Correct. That is the goal.
So if you're starting out with a smaller company, you definitely want to, you want to go to ABC, CBS, NBC, TV One, whatever it is. Like, you want to be able to expand to bigger networks.
Correct.
So there's nothing against Mel. Nobody's doing anything against her. I don't like it. This is business. And Mel, being the businesswoman that she is, I'm sure she knows it.
Absolutely correct. I mean, honestly, y'all, like, let's go ahead and be real about it. Let's just say if Braylon Lee's virtual tour in Gigi's show happens to be, first of all, on this network.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch. Now that you've reached the stage,
let's just say they appeared on Nubian and on this network. Now, if both of our shows appear on Nubian and Stars, do you know what that means for both networks? That means there is cross-pollination. Let me give you the game on cross-pollination and cross-promotion. When you see a Disney movie, right? Do you wonder why you're able to see the character in the park a couple of weeks later? Oh my God, I just saw this amazing movie called The Little Mermaid with Hailey Bailey. It would be cool if I could meet the Black Little Mermaid. Oh my God, there she is. Oh, this was such a fun vacation, but I wish I could have the Black Little Mermaid in my home. Oh my God, you could go on Amazon and buy the toy, the doll. Oh my God, you know what? I really love coloring, so I want a coloring book too. By the way, do y'all know why, like, when you watch Good Morning America, when they say, and now here's your exclusive sneak peek over this brand new Disney movie, you know why? Because Disney owns ABC. Guys, why do you think that The View goes to Disney World from time to time? Why do you think Jimmy Kimmel did live from the Oscars? Because the Oscars is on ABC. Okay. All right. Like I said, the game is in front of y'all face. Y'all just don't know how to play it. That's all.
It's called branding, people. It's called branding.
That's it.
This is how you take this movie that has grossed, let's say, 50 million in the box office, okay? This is how you turn that 50 million into 5 billion. You merchandise, you promote, and you continue to create content around the promotion of this movie.
Correct.
The movie, the show, whatever it is. You do that in order to bring light and awareness to what it is that you were trying to produce and put out.
Correct.
That's just like with clothing and shoes. Why do you think they have fashion shows?
That's it.
You get exclusives on clothing that's not out in stores yet. It hasn't even hit the websites or nothing. You're the first one to view it in this exclusive area during this fashion show. You get exclusives on purchase. You get exclusives on pretty much everything.
Correct.
But then you look at some movies or different brands that aren't as successful, and you start to ask yourself, well, why is it not? They have some really good stuff. It's because their branding, it's because their promotions, it's because they're not doing what they need to do when it comes to, distribution. Like there's a whole process before you get to that point. Like you need to work your way. Like, come on now. People feel like just because you have.
No, go ahead, Fetch. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that it's just, it's like people, acting like, oh, well, I didn't know about this and I didn't know about that. You didn't. And that's because of the business not promoting how it is. And that's where you come in, Braylon, because a lot of people don't understand when it comes to business marketing, you are the fucking GOAT and no one knows this. Like the PowerPoints and the phone conversation, if everyone really truly seen exactly how you work, yeah, they'd be. It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
And that's something that I respect so much about you, is because you do see these businesses that are lacking. You do see these businesses that need help, and you do what is necessary to try to be a help to them instead of a hindrance. You don't try to take away from what they've done. You try to promote and uplift and upgrade so that they could become more.
Absolutely right. Because at the end of the day, it all comes back. It's like Boomerang. Boomerang, for those of you who don't know, is a network going on Cartoon. Is a network from Cartoon Network, and their slogan is Boomerang. It's all coming back to you. That's it. One of my mentors, they said, Braylon, your hidden gene is your branding, marketing, and promotion. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm a media legend. I do radio. I do TV. Little did I know, I could still do radio and TV and hosting through brands. And really, knowing a brand actually makes you a better host. If you want to learn about hosting besides hosting your own show, learn a brand, because it relates to hosting in these capacities. You have to know what the show is, right? You got to know what the brand is. You got to know the points of the show to hit. You got to know what points of the brand to hit. You got to know how the brand is reaching people. You got to figure out how to reach the show to people. There are similarities in branding, marketing, and promotion. You know that phrase, being a force multiplier? I am a force multiplier. I am. Like, I want to be the guy where if a movie needs promotion, I join the promotion team and the cast promotional tour, just because when I walk into the room, they know it's Braylon Lee. Oh my God, Braylon's in the building. That means Dwayne's coming. So you really think Dwayne The Rock Johnson is here because I'm here with a microphone and this fly suit? Okay. That's a cute idea. But maybe I'm just here because I heard that there were some good people here that deserve to have a good damn time tonight. Maybe it's that. But you know what? Dwayne is calling me. Like I said, it is going to be so much. And like I said, these are not even all the calls that I have made, y'all. Like I said, I called Roland Martin today. If I called Roland Martin, imagine all the other stuff that y'all don't know. Okay? And all I'm doing, y'all, is utilizing public information and utilizing it to the highest capacity. That's all I'm doing. Just like we broke down this press release of how to get in the door with Roku and the Handy Foundation so you can get a below the line job so you can get to a top of the line job. It's public information. It's just how you utilize it. That's all. That's it.
Yeah, Braylon, it's just gonna. I feel like all the hard work that you have put in behind the scenes is definitely gonna pay off. I see it coming. I definitely see it coming.
Listen, from your mouth to God's ears, because, child, there are times where I'm like, can I please just do this paid now? I've done the work. I've done the work. I'm tired of doing this itch for free. But in the same token, I know that everything I'm doing is just building up my resume for when it is time. It's going to be such a yellow brick road of blessings. It's not even going to be funny. It's not even going to be funny.
Yeah, it's definitely all gonna happen. It just, it's gonna take its time, but it's gonna happen when it's meant to happen.
Absolutely.
And I've even told you before, some of these ideas and some of these, businesses, I feel like your ideas are too good for.
You constantly tell me that too. Like Gigi will say, Braylon, you need to keep your mouth shut sometimes, bro. Like, not because I don't love you.
Do.
But I don't think you understand the flaming energy you have coming out of you, that these companies that could hire an agency, you can replace a whole agency just by your existence. I don't think they're gonna be ready for that.
No, they are not gonna be ready for you, bro. It's not gonna happen. Like, I'm just waiting for the day that your name is flashing on television in the credits, and people are looking shocked and stank faced because they don't know what the hell just hit them.
That part right there. That part right there. I mean, and honestly too, like, y'all remember Martha and Snoop's potluck party on VH1? I feel like me and Jill Scott could do a game night. Jill Scott, Braylon Lee's game night for the culture on BET.
Braylon first. Hold on. Wait. Braylon.
Yes.
What kind of game y'all gonna be playing, Braylon? Huh? What kind of game?
Well, I mean, we can do giant Jenga, we can do Uno, we can play, Twister, and you mix those games in with, a bar, with some black-owned tequila and some margaritas and some food from black-owned restaurants. You get, an audience, with tables and stuff, and they get food, and we just have grown conversation.
Oh, okay. That's while the cameras are rolling. No telling what you'll do after.
Okay, you know what? I am a professional out in front of a live audience. Okay, we're trying to keep the check. Now, backstage, I can't promise you a damn thing. But while we're on stage, I do have class, decorum, and distinction, okay? Listen, I'm trying to get in the door, damn it, okay? Listen. But no, like that combination of Martha and Soup, how nobody expected it. I keep saying that me and Jill Scott are going to work together because her energy, I genuinely feel it. And sometimes you just need to see something just so you can understand something. Because I know this 29-year-old soul combined with Jill Scott playing games for 2 hours on BET with grown folk conversation. Oh my God. Because you know what happens with real people recognizing real people? You know what? I actually agree with you. Also, you agree with me on the fact that if you can't respect my peace, you can't be in my space. So you agree with that, Jill. Just like you say, if I can tell you what to do, I can tell you what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do.
She said that. She said that. Listen, and let me tell you, when she said that, I had a damn near had a damn argument because someone thought that it was basically just so disrespectful to say, and I said, no, that's factual. If you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do.
That's it.
Now, that's not meaning that, oh, I can't take directions and you can't tell me what to do. No, baby, that means if you have the ability and you have the leadership and you have all that it goes into telling me what to do, baby, I'm gonna listen. But trust and believe, if you are lacking, if you are not about what you stand on, if you can't actually basically do what you say, you can't tell me what to do. If I see that you don't stand on business, and I see that you don't follow your own direction, and I see that you are shady as fuck, no, you can't tell me. There's no way in the hell you gonna tell me what to do. Especially if I know the difference. Listen, I know the difference between right and wrong. I know the difference between the truth and a lie. You're not going to make me believe what's a lie is truth and what's fake is facts. You're not going to do it. It doesn't work like that for me. So, just as Jill said, if you can't tell me what to do, baby, you can't tell me what to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so, I really do think that would be a powerful combination. Because, and y'all have experience on panels where y'all women are like, okay, Bray, you can hang. And I feel like all you need is just that one viral moment, me and Jill Scott hanging out mentally in the right moment, at the right time, in the right zone. And the show's going to make so much sense. BET's going to be renewing it for at least 7 seasons. Because they're going to be like, how in the hell is this 29-year-old making Jill Scott's brain wet this hard on a show? And how can this grown woman bring a 29-year-old peace like he's been where she is? Because for one, I respect her, I understand her, and I embrace her. Number two, I don't disrespect the space that she's given me. And number three, I don't pretend to relate to everything that she has went through. It is my responsibility to relate to her where I can, and wherever I can't, I rest in the storytelling that she has been willfully been able to give me, and I utilize those as tools to build us up, not tear each other down. That's why I want to talk to Jill Scott before the show. I would, because I need to save all my energy for when I throw down that game night and beat her behind in game night.
Listen, you say you're going to need all of your energies.
When I beat her in Uno, and I said Uno out, I'm going to need that energy. Be like, yes, indeed. Now, listen, just because I threw down that wild card ain't the only thing that can get wild tonight. You understand me? Listen, y'all want a margarita? I'm going to the bar. You know what? I can't stand it.
I would just say Uno reverse draw 2 red.
You know what? And this is the thing too. Like,
you're gonna play twist and talk about right leg on green, left leg on blue. I'm gonna be in between and see what you're gonna do.
That part right there. Clock that T. Clock that T. Clock that T. And here's the thing about production. Right? This is the nerd in me and Gigi in production. It's a difference between having a show and having a platform. I'm gonna say that again. It's a difference between having a show and having a platform. Because if somebody in the group is like, wait a minute, I know the game is over, I'm putting down Uno reverse. What the hell did you say? I said just because I threw down that wild card doesn't mean that's the only thing that can get wild tonight. I said what the hell I said. Now, do y'all want some damn margaritas? Oh, he didn't stutter and shit, he said. Jill, I think that was to you. And the facial reactions, it's like, okay, zoom in on those facial reactions and understand the mechanics of the show. If you don't have that spirit of wanting to be a creator, you're not going to give a damn about what you're hosting. The best hosts are the best producers. That's it.
Facts. Say that again for the people in the back.
No, it's true. I mean, honestly, before you create a show, you need to think about how you want to see it as a viewer. Because if you don't understand how you want to see it as a viewer, you ain't going to be able to produce it. That's it. And plus, knowing that, do you not know how funny red carpet interviews would be with me and Jill Scott on different carpets? So, we watch Jill Scott and Braylon Lee's Game Night for the Culture on BET. Jill, how do you feel about him just bucking up to you like that on camera? I mean, he come, that's not the only thing that comes through. Good heaven almighty. I'm sorry. I forgot where I was. Yes, Braylon's a very articulate individual. Then I'm on the Tonight Show. Jimmy Fallon plays that clip. I'm like, oh, damn, she was mentally wet on the red carpet. I did not know I did that to her. Listen, y'all, there's so much in terms of this damn show with production because I'm in the moment. I'm a competitor. I'm trying to win this thing, right? So I flirt, I tease, I kid, but it's all in order to have a good time. And I feel like actually me and Jill Scott social capital will go because every time that you watch an interview, you're going to be like, oh, Lord, they're going to bring up something from that Game Down BET. They're going to bring up something from that Game Down BET because Braylon said something stupid. And Jill Scott fell right into it. And Braylon fell right into Jill Scott's sensitivity. And that's what you want out of a show, whether it's a sitcom, a dramedy, a drama, a game show, a talk show, a live event. You want the chemistry to be so good you can't get enough of it. Interviews don't do it for you. Doing it on a regular basis doesn't do it for you. Being a part of production doesn't do enough for you. You want to be to the point where, okay, who covers the show on Instagram? Who covers the show on YouTube? Who covers the show on TikTok? You want to be that, you want to have that type of fervor energy where you're so invested in the show. You're like, wait a minute, this is not my game night. Why in the hell am I telling Braylon he's stupid for putting down, that blue 2 when he could put down that green 4? What the hell? If people believe in what you're doing strong enough that they believe they have a say-so in what you do, you're doing your job because you reached their soul. And they don't teach this in college. They don't teach soul in college. Either you have it or you fucking don't.
Say that shit. Either you have it or you don't.
You don't.
Some shit cannot be taught.
No. Just like I
was born with.
That's it. Just like I know if me and Niecy Nash took over Kelly and Mark's show, it would be game over. It would be absolutely game over. You got everyday dude who doesn't forget his everyday. You got Niecy Nash who could do just about anything on live TV from 9 to 10 a.m. 5 days a week. What?
Right. Like, wait a second. Stop asking how and just join in.
That's it. Do you like the ad revenue? Do you like the bonuses that are coming to your bank account or not? Now, when you hit their pocket, just know they gonna look at you funny. Like, I know you didn't say the quiet part out loud. I know you did not just say that. Well, are you enjoying the cash flow to your account or not? Yes, I am, and thank you for asking. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Man, I really do love YouTube. I really do. I really do. It was difficult for me at first because I didn't understand the platform. But once I, found my groove and my flow and everything, it's smooth sailing now. So, well, anyway, GG, do you have anything else you want to talk about? Or?
No, still listen, I'm just waiting to see more and more info that comes out about this whole P Diddy thing. I was gonna go live and actually do some videos, but I said shit, there's more information coming out it seemed like every single hour or day. And
yes.
Hell, I need all the facts first. Let me get all the facts and then then I'll go ahead and post. But yeah, I'm not going to be a part of the problem. I'd rather be the solution. So,
and honestly, to tell you the truth, that's why and that's the thing, I want y'all to know something. Even though I may not have something on my thumbnail, doesn't mean I may not cover it in the actual show. Because if I put a Diddy thumbnail in every virtual tour live that I do this week, y'all be like, okay, Bray, we get it. Good damn, D's going through shit. That's why you only do things like this if it's a significant story. And like I told y'all, I contacted Roland Martin today. So that had now I didn't know I was gonna do that today. Like real talk, I had no idea I was gonna do that today until I was like, well, wait a minute. This is a breaking story in media. I am the media perspective with Soul on YouTube, so I have to cover it. But I also thought, too, you can't make up that you called Roland Martin if you actually call Roland Martin.
Right?
So, So, as this Revolt
right?
TV...
I feel that, but yeah.
Yeah. So as this Revolt
it was
TV
good to be up here. Thank you for allowing me to come up here.
Absolutely. Love you as always. And thank you for being amazing.
Much love as always. And I will see everybody next time. Again, make sure you guys like this video, share it, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know every time my bro goes live, posts a video, short, anything. Just make sure that you are up to date.
Thank you, Queen. Love you as always. We'll talk soon.
Much love. All right. Bye-bye.
Much love. Bye-bye. Y'all, that is it for myself. Y'all also subscribe to Queen T with GG9 as well, y'all. That is it. You know what? I'm gonna do the daily motivator because I'm like, hell, we've been on here for 3 hours. Might as well leave y'all with something good. Am I right about it? I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown. It was a breakdown. It was talking about the media game, was giving y'all game, and it was a little bit of everything, but all had soul. If you want anything said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman. Margaret Thatcher. Well, that is true. That is very true. It's time for Daily Motivator for Thursday, March 28th, 2024. Great rewards. When you encounter difficulty, that is no reason to give up. On the contrary, it means you're making real progress. As you get closer to the summit, the mountain becomes steeper, more rugged. Keep climbing. Continue making the effort, for you'll soon reach the top. For every challenge you come across provides information that you're making a positive difference. See those challenges not as excuses to stop, but rather as forming a platform from which to push forward. The greatest achievements come in response to the greatest challenges. When the going gets rough, you're entering the realm of profound opportunity. Where there is much that must be done, there's enormous value waiting to be created. Step boldly forward and claim that value. Whatever may come, wherever arises to block your path, keep moving. There are great rewards to be gathered just on the other side of your persistent efforts. Ralph Morrison. I appreciate this because, sometimes in order to get great rewards, you have to do something great. And great is not determined by how much you do. It's not determined by how many people you know. It's not even determined by how much you spend in order to get to the greatness. It's about what energy did you utilize to get to the opportunity? What lesson did you learn? Did you experience anything emotionally? So recognize in order to get great rewards, you do have to do something great. That's one. Number two, step boldly forward and claim that value. You will never get to reward. You will never get to any great rewards if you don't claim what you want in a reward. I'm going to say that again. You will never receive a great reward, great rewards, if you don't claim what you want in your reward or rewards. And finally, there are great rewards to be gathered just on the other side of your persistent efforts. I'm going to zoom in on that. There are great rewards to be gathered just on the other side of your persistent efforts. On the other side of your persistent efforts. So in order for you to get to the rewards that you've gathered, you got to be persistent in your effort to get what you want to gather. Woo! Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. It says it right there. What? Y'all can say a lot of things about me, but one thing, no, two things for sure. I do have persistent efforts in everything I do. And guess what? Even though it's taken time to get there, it's just like that picture of that miner when he's mining for that gold and he keeps going and going and going and going. And he's right there. He's right there. And he turns around and that other person is literally right at that same point. Don't be the person that turns around and let somebody else get your blessing. But here's the blessing of it, though. Even though you may turn around because you're done, God's got something on the other side of the mine. He's got many treasures, but are you willing to dig for them? That is the question. And with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want one special because you are always one blessed. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Wise one thing, call yourself is nothing be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me, rather. And hopefully by spending time together, we'll rise up to be great together. Always remember, whether you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you are just breaking down the revolt that is happening and showcasing the reason why maybe not the, how can I put it? You're showcasing the reason why there is a revolt, but you're also showcasing why there needs to be a purpose in the revolt. Make sure the replay is not just waiting for you to watch it, not just waiting for you to listen to it, but for you to want to experience it again. I love you. I value, I embrace you all. See you real soon. Always remember, when we receive love, you got to give it. When we receive love, you got to give it. And when we receive love, you got to give it. Wherever obstacles you've overcome, wherever successes you have achieved on this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But if no one else is proud of you, be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, do not worry about the size of somebody. Worry about the soul. Because guess what? Sometimes the most truthful information can come from somebody with 100 subscribers than with 1 million. You understand? With that being said, I feel the love. I send it right back to you all. Don't forget tomorrow. Tomorrow is a jam-packed Friday. More of a jam-packed Friday than usual because I got an 11 a.m. show for y'all. Then I got a 6 p.m. show. Then join me on Sassy TV from the 8:03 at 8 p.m. Eastern. I think she said 8 p.m. Eastern because we're going to be doing something really, really funny. Okay? Pray for me because I got to stay in character. Y'all know Braylon's going to give soda everything he does. And then at 10 p.m., it's Sharnita's World. By the way, Don Michelle said I think there's supposed to be a mid-season break coming soon. So we will definitely tune into Sharnita's World. But anyway, one love, much love, all love, and feel the love. I send it right back to you guys. I'm going to give y'all a commercial break and then fireworks. And enjoy the fireworks for the day that was, for the day that's to come, and for the blessings that are on the way for you, me, and all of us as a society of people and as the culture. One love, much love, all love. Night, everybody.
This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story. Fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment. Be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour. You inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zola. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch. Now that you...
For years, people have been singing all about my chicken. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Nobody has a love affair with chicken like you do with my slow marinated, hand-breaded Popeyes bona fide chicken. And right now, it's Love That Chicken Month at Popeyes with 2 big pieces and a biscuit for just $2.99. So what are you waiting for? Come get some of my world-famous chicken and raise your mighty voices. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Welcome to Copeland's.
Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact, there's no occasion too big, or if you like, too small. Copeland's, there's always something good.
Welcome to Copeland's.
Things have been a little quiet around here. We've missed the fun, we've missed the excitement, we've missed the entertainment, we've missed the nightlife, but most of all, we've missed you. We're getting ready. Caesar's Rewards. We can't wait to welcome you back.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.